Midnight music. 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 Midnight music.
Can you make him wear a ring that says Unity?
That would have to be a really small ring. His like, fingers and toes are very small.
Why don't you
I
put
love
it on
when
like his
Kate-
tail or something?
I love when Kay doesn't get my Chappelle Show references.
Oh yeah, that's
No.
right.
It's that or a purity ring, so
Yeah,
I
no
thought
one
you meant
wants
a
that.
purity ring.
No, no,
Unity.
no.
Unity!
Chappelle Show
Fuck
reference.
is- Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest episodes in TV history, the Rick James episode.
Oh, I'm Rick James, bitch.
Yes,
classic.
well, yes,
Yes.
yes.
that's literally the only thing I've seen from that episode.
Littles, why don't we just sit politely?
I don't know, Ricky. I honestly not gonna lie. I like the Prince story better.
The Prince story is funny too.
I made pancakes.
I want my ladle.
How about you? What did he say? How about you wash yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka?
Shirts.
Cocaine's a hell of a
blouses.
drug. Oh, Taekwon. Is the glare behind me okay, or
You're fine.
Yeah, it's on a window.
No, you're good, Fretz. Don't even worry about that.
okay?
Hey guys.
I had to position my laptop in a way that wouldn't capture the TV, and we'd get copyright stricken or something.
No, yeah, you're fine. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
There's nothing like
Perfect.
copyright. We don't own anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We're making that known right now on the stream.
Who's gonna sue us? You can sue me for my pennies,
Yeah, right.
idiots.
Oh, by the way, we got recognized by Vic Joseph yesterday, which is pretty cool.
We did?
Wow.
Oh, because
You did?
Yeah, well, because I was tweeting. Vic Joseph had the sickest trend. He pulled in his inner Mar Ronaldo last night, and he did a whole Outcast. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson reference as he was speaking about a match.
Oh, I love that. I miss Morrow.
And he was, because he talked about, there's a wrestler performer named Jakara Jackson who was in a match. And he was like, well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson here, but I am for real. And there is a arm drag. Like, just totally seamless.
Ah,
But Vic Joseph
Chef's
was
kiss.
talking about, apparently a lot of people were talking about, because there was actually some pretty crazy spots last night, because Seth was on the show last night.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And so what I already knew, because I talked to Wade, or I was talking to Wade like last year at Mania, and he talked about it because he went to all the NXTs, is that Vic Joseph always has like a giant jar of candy when he's ringside, when he's doing a show. And so
For
people
his sugar?
like pointed it out And so he's like, everybody's asking me about the candy. He goes, I once almost passed out during a show, and Corey Graves had to flag somebody down to give me food. Since then, I always have candy with me.
That's smart.
I thought we were going SummerSlam 2000 with Taz versus Jerry Lawler.
No.
You know.
No, you're not going that far. But Vic Joseph's a dope guy. He's stupid tall, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, he's like 6'5" and ultra skinny.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, he's tall and gangly. That's like Slack. I'm actually going to be pre-gaming with him on Sunday.
Give Slack a Stone Cold Stunner for us.
Oh, done.
For Forbidden Door.
I have his number. He texted me saying that him and some of the other guys on Twitter are pre-gaming, and if it's at a bar close enough to the Scotiabank Center, I'm there.
Him and some of the other guys.
Why not?
I keep forgetting
Yeah.
that Forbidden Door's in Canada, so I'm like, what the fuck are you pre-gaming for?
Yeah, it's
Like
in
hockey?
Canada.
Yeah, started
The
the
hockey
fire.
was over.
Hockey is over.
Hockey is fucking Vegas. I'm happy for Phil Kessel, but you gift Vegas a franchise and you get a cup. Fuck off.
If we can't sit politely, we're gonna go to bed. All right, Franklin.
Yeah, they're
We're gonna
definitely
get
not
nice.
I can't wait for bed.
I've been
Right
on a
there.
computer since 9
As soon as I'm out of the assholes over, I'm out. I'm working at 7:30 tomorrow.
Franklin, let's say goodnight to everyone. Say goodnight to the internet.
Night,
Good
Frank.
night.
Bye, Franklin. We
Deontay.
barely knew me.
You are little and perfect and cute. You are my favorite. Yes. Very cute, Fred.
Okay.
Good night. Franklin and I have so much fun together.
This is one of the times when I wish that animals could talk. Because, like, I picture Franklin as, like, just a Samuel L. Jackson type, like, lizard.
That is exactly how I picture him. He was born and raised in Queens, so I imagine he has a thicker accent than me.
Oh,
And he's tired of...
there's a great
tired
video
of
on the
my shit.
internet, actually, speaking of accents. It's a great video on the internet. It's a parody. It's like
Well, you
when
can hear
a native New Yorker goes into a deli in Boston.
Oh Jesus! It's over. It's over, dude. Don't even do it. Not worth it.
Yo, can I just say, when I went to Salem in October, I was fucking overwhelmed by just Massachusetts.
Yeah, I bet.
It was just
Yeah, you did-
assholes in Tom Brady jerseys just being stupid.
Sounds about right.
It was all...
They don't know what a bodega is.
No, they don't.
That
What the
sucks.
hell is a bodega? I don't know what that is.
It's a
That
corner
like
store. If
It's the deli.
yeah, it's a corner store.
Okay, but the difference between like
Okay.
a corner store and a bodega has a cat. Who's like the unofficial mayor.
Traditionally,
Just like
I
mine
mean,
right here, but he's not coming up.
Well, no, I would say not all bodegas have cats, but you do have bodega
Come on.
cats who are only found in
One
bodegas.
more. There you go. There you go.
I think in the city specifically, a majority of them have cats because obviously it's pest control.
Yeah.
That's why bodega cats exist.
Also, Fretz, you
I
played
did not know that.
Spider-Man. You played the Spider-Man
Yes.
video game, right, Fretz? Bodega cats. That's based off of a real thing.
Okay. And I'm number 3 is going to be my gateway to the PS5. So
You mean Spider-Man 2?
yes.
Yeah, no, that one's going to be pretty crazy. Okay, I found it. We can listen to the audio of when a New Yorker goes into a Boston deli.
Treacherous twins, what's going on, boys? What can I do you for? Nice hats, fellas. Can I take it back here and step on them?
How about you fucking take a walk and take my order before you take a fucking jerk off behind the counter? What do you think? These are alligator-infested waters? I can't get back there behind the counter?
No, you could. You couldn't come back here. You get fucking slapped up. I'll slap those glasses off.
How about you come here and slap the glasses off, tough guy?
How about you come over here and so we can slap
I just told you to come over here.
How about you come over here?
Yeah.
What do you guys want to eat?
Get a fucking bacon, egg, and cheese. Let me get a chicken palm hero, please.
Chicken palm what? Hero? What am I, Batman, buddy? You don't do this.
Look, you see this? It's a fucking hero.
It's a French baguette.
So cut it and put it on a fucking
French
chicken palm. It's a fucking sandwich. So give me the fucking sandwich.
We really don't have bacon here.
Sub.
don't have fucking bacon. But you got sausage, prosciutto. You guys are fucking talking shit and you don't serve bacon to the public?
This ain't one of the bodegas in New York, all right? This is a classy joint. We don't think a breakfast place. Say Dunkin' Donuts. You want
I'm a little sick of your shit, pal. How about you come outside?
How about you come over here so make me come outside?
Fucking toss you around like a fucking sack of potatoes.
Yeah, you ain't tossing me around, buddy. I'm heavyweight.
Yeah, clearly.
Those guys did one saying New York guys and Boston guys go get a cup of coffee.
Nice.
And the New York guys have the hot cup of coffee and the Boston guys have the iced cup of coffee. And But like, this is the thing. I feel like unless you're gay in New York or a girl, everybody has a hot coffee no matter what the weather is. And there are some days where a hot coffee just hits better.
Never knew.
I don't know.
Not a coffee drinker.
We only drink iced in this household.
I drink ice, but Will, you're from Boston.
True.
I
Jazz
drink
only
iced
drinks ice.
coffee. I drink iced coffee almost all the time. I drink all year round, but at home I've been making like a pour over, so it's usually hot.
I just
What about
don't
ice
drink
caps?
coffee.
Ice caps,
What?
then coffee. They're coffee slushies. That's what they are.
So like iced
Okay,
coffee.
so I have a question for Mr. Fretz because you have Tim Hortons. What is an iced cap in Canada? Because when I worked at Starbucks, an iced cappuccino was just an iced latte, and we had to steam foam and pour it on top. Is that what it is in Canada?
It's a coffee slushie.
Like a frappuccino?
Sure.
Ooh,
It's a 7-Eleven Slurpee, but coffee flavored with
Okay, so
cream.
a frappuccino is it's the same consistency as like a shake, but it doesn't have ice cream in it. So they can either be coffee based or cream based.
Okay, no, these ones are just like they're literally slushy based, basically.
Like a Coolata, like a Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it can be in the form of, you can get like a mocha ice cap, or you can get insert latte here. Like if I drink black coffee, but once in a blue moon, I love a London Fog, but I'll only get it in ice form.
All of these are
You
new
do an
terms for me.
ice. Wait. You do an ice London Fog, Fretzy?
Yeah, there's a. Well, I live on the beach here, and a lot of our businesses here are seasonal. So my local joint, Amici's, they'll do lattes, but they'll do them hot or iced. So I can get an iced London Fog. Well, they close in 3 minutes, so not right now.
How do they do the ice London Fog if the London Fog is tea?
I think they'll steep and brew like a hot tea,
And
then
put it over ice?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
exactly that.
I've done the ice London Fog like that, and it never came out right.
They do it pretty decently, actually. It's not bad.
These are all new terms for me. I do not drink coffee whatsoever.
I love coffee. My go-to, I get an iced Americano, which is just espresso and water. Unless it's like pumpkin spice season, and then I go fucking feral.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. None of that is relevant for me.
But I
Get
have
like a black
to.
dark roast.
I have to start watching my diet a little bit because my cholesterol is a little high. So like, this is 30. Getting old.
Congratulations.
Wait till 40.
Ugh. I'm like
almost
excited.
there.
Like my 40s, like I'm not worried. I'm not like dreading it or anything. I'm just like, fuck, like I can't eat like a piece of shit like I used to.
I mean, you can try.
I gotta start being careful now.
Like, look, I'm drinking water on the show for once.
What are you usually not? You're usually not really drinking anything on the show, are you?
Oh, that's not true. I'm usually like chugging Coca-Cola.
Jesus.
Wow, I did not know.
What did you think I was drinking on the show?
I never
Water?
noticed that you were drinking anything. I always knew you were high.
I never noticed
Yeah.
either.
I'm always.
Well, you
drinking
can't see inside that cup anyway. So if all we knew you're drinking God knows what. I
Well, I don't
got my
drink
Scotch, I
alcohol.
got my water.
I
Right.
I
do
found a beer in my
have.
fridge. I've been drinking that.
Do you drink
Actually,
non-alcoholic drinks, Kay? Like non-alcoholic beer like this?
I was actually gonna grab I have a non-alcoholic Guinness in the fridge that I was gonna grab for the show.
I mean, it's been a day for you,
What?
so no one would blame you.
Yo, today's been fucking terrible. I'm getting fucked up tonight.
What's your non-alcoholic beer?
No, it's my weed.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, hold on a second.
Non-alcoholic Guinness. You have my attention.
It's delicious.
I mean, Guinness is delicious in and
non-al-
of itself.
I mean,
So,
I have
like,
an
if
alcoholic
looks
red
the
right
same.
here to go with my scotch.
So wait, how do you know if it's non-alcoholic? It just says non-alcoholic on it?
yeah, so
Exact-
on the can it says non-alcoholic, then it says contain less than 0.5 alc by volume.
Right there. Non-alcoholic craft beer.
Gotcha.
So, cheers, friend.
Makes me want to grab like a real beer, but I do not have one on me.
Ricky, do you have a drink?
I'm just drinking water
Cool.
right now. I'm almost done with my
the
gallon
Hardy
for the
Boys
week.
are out. This is interesting.
Oh,
It's the
boy.
Hardys.
Tell
Oh, that's
Hardy's versus-
opening?
tell us when Jeff jumps off of something really high. It shouldn't be too long until from there.
Or if he botches a Whisper in the Wind again.
Oh, also, Taquan, to go back to your earlier message, I watched Nintendo Direct this morning, and
How was the
It's-
Nintendo Direct? I haven't watched
Oh
any.
my
was-
god!
it's so good. I had
Mario
my...
RPG remastered.
I'm very
Fucking
excited
go.
about Mario. The Mario RPG remaster. Peach is getting a game.
How many
Luigi's
years did it
Mansion
take for
Dark
Peach
Moon
to get
remake.
a fucking game?
She had a
Peach
game
co-
on the Nintendo DS in like 2005. So
Oh,
that
I
long.
remember that.
I
And
thought
they're
Peach had a
doing-
game.
and Mario, what's it called? What's the
Wonder.
Fretz- Mario Wonder? It's like a 2D like side swiper.
Oh, we're changing dimensions here in the
It's
Mario
on-
world.
It's on
Watch
Astro.
out.
It's
Yo, it looks
Metal-
fucking wild. My
Metal
Switch
Gear
Lite.
Solid remakes.
Well, Snake Eater's
Nice.
coming to PlayStation.
My Switch Lite broke, so I had to upgrade.
Oh,
OLED or regular?
I got the OLED.
OLED is fucking dope, bro. I love the OLED.
Good.
And while I was in New Orleans, my partner got a new TV. So we have like
oh, they're a
a
techie, aren't
sexy
they?
television.
Wait,
yeah.
Time out.
I
What?
didn't tell y'all what's the TV. It's like 50 inches.
No, did you say
Okay.
sex television?
It's a sexy television.
Oh, okay. Because I heard sex television. I was like, what is this new vernacular?
So it's a Fire TV.
What do you mean, like a fire? Like
Fires?
Amazon Fire?
Amazon. It's
Oh,
an Amazon
okay.
Fire TV. So we moved like the Vizio and the Roku in the bedroom. So we have like the big TV
Mm-hmm.
and like I've never had a Switch that wasn't the light.
Dragon
So I
Quest
have-
91.
So I've never played the Switch on my Switch on the TV before. So I'm like adjusting to like my Animal Crossing island like large.
It actually looks better on the TV.
It looks beautiful.
Yes.
There's
Tears of
like
the Kingdom.
If
is
your TV's like, I
gorgeous.
think the OLED, Fred, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think the OLED's only 720, while the TV can go up to 1080.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that is true.
which is funny.
And
I
our
think it'd
TV
be the
is-
other way around.
Yeah.
Our TV is OLED and I think it's 4K. I'm not sure.
It's probably 4K if it's OLED.
Most of them
I
are
guess.
4K.
Yeah.
nowadays.
I don't know. She bought it when I was in New Orleans. She's during the Best Buy Memorial Day sale.
It's
She
a
goes, by the way, I
4K.
bought a TV.
It's a 4K.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's
Trust me, when you
It's so
watch
nice.
something in native 4K, you'll know. You'll know the difference real quick.
What did I watch? I've been watching like wrestling on it. I'm like, wow. I'm motivated to watch wrestling
So
because of my
fucking
phone.
clear.
And you guys know that I've never cared about the TV ever in my life.
Until you watch a TV that's
Until,
working.
until you had it.
Yeah.
My TV in my old apartment broke a year ago, and I just went without a TV because I didn't care. I was watching TV on my computer. Now I'm like, bye.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't know how
On
I would
dodgy-
do that, man. I can't do that.
On a lot
Yeah.
of dodgy stream sites, I got TSN2 here. I've had satellite TV here for a year now. It's
Satellite?
so
Oh,
good.
satellite.
TV was 1998. Gonna watch Small Soldiers.
Yeah.
Get with the times.
What's the times now?
Streaming services
you don't-
and
The
yeah,
internet.
and fiber optics.
Yeah, dude, our town just got fiber.
Damn.
My building doesn't have fiber optics.
I have
unfortunately.
fiber. It's
I don't have
beautiful.
fiber.
Yeah,
I'm not
fiber is
getting it.
way-
I'm-
fiber's way.
I'm in
better.
no rush to
It's
get
not
it.
even
Because
close.
right now this stream's going good. So better than my
Yeah.
other one. And I was trying to record with Kyle. It was a fucking
It's all we
disaster.
can do. All right.
my
I got
internet
gig
in this
speed hardwired
apartment
in, so it helps.
is a lot better, but we haven't changed the modem, but we upgraded our internet to be even faster.
So what's your high speed now?
I don't know. Let me do a little testy.
Go to
Let's see.
Ookla, baby.
Ookla?
OOKLA. It's a speed
And
test.
it's free.
OOKLA.
Or you can just put in speed
Yeah,
test.
it'll do you. It'll
Okay.
do you a ping, upload, and download.
And I'm the only one home right now, so it'll be like accurate.
Yeah, dude, my download should not be this slow. That's a little upsetting.
What the hell's going on? I hear extra.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
dude, I pay for gigabyte speed. And my download's only 165, so that's like
That's weird.
80% lower than what it should be.
I don't. Mine's probably terrible, single digit. I don't know.
Oh, the
Alright,
download's
now
good though. The download's where it should be.
Yeah.
Now it's doing my upload.
What do we got?
So my download is 589.70.
Christ, you have better internet than me.
And my upload is oh shit, a pop-up came up. My upload speed is 38.98.
Wow, your upload's really horrible. So you probably
Yeah, my upload's 35, but my upload can't get higher than 40 because of the cables.
Yeah.
But that's our existing internet. We upgraded our internet. I don't know what that means.
It should mean it should be
What's,
going in soon.
Who's your provider, Kay?
Spectrum.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. I had RCN in my old apartment though. And we know
RCN.
we had RCN in my old apartment, and as you know, my internet crapped
That's
out.
why, because it was
I've never even
using
heard of
RCN.
that.
Yeah, I don't even know about RCN.
It's a brand it's like an internet provider like out
Who
here.
owns RCN?
I don't fucking
Neither
know.
does anybody else.
I wasn't paying for the internet.
Dude, probably Google.
No, Google would have.
Or Mickey Mouse.
No, they would have said like Google would have been like, try Google RCN, or it would be something like something Google named, like something really short.
But I also, where I live now, like my apartment's in a basement, but I also live like right by like the fucking highway and like the train.
As do I.
So I'm like near stuff.
That could have something to do with it.
So I probably like am in general just a better spot. Whereas my old apartment, I was in a different part of Astoria and I was like more by the water, like just kind of in the middle of nowhere. Rhode Island? Oh. I thought there was. Oh. Mhm. Yeah, I had never heard. Yeah, I had never heard of RCN until I moved.
Interesting. Some company called Astound based on my research. They own RCN. Good job, Taquan. Thank you for that. All right, Will, are we ready? I don't want to hurt your arm because I know you have to hold your mic the entire fucking show.
So I'll keep it on the desk if I have to. Cause
Wait, what happened to your mic?
The mic works. The thing that holds the mic broke, and they sent me a new one on Amazon, and that one also was broken. They mailed me a broken one, so I'm getting the new one comes in tomorrow. So I'm holding this shit for tonight. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Midnight.
Coming up this week on Kings of the Rings podcast, Mr. Fretz of the FretzleMania Podcast joins us this week to discuss and preview this weekend's Forbidden Door pay-per-view featuring AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Plus, we take a look back at AEW Collision, all of WWE's brand new world titles. And oh yeah, folks, a very, very interesting and controversial wrestling type match is returning, or should I say debuting in a couple of weeks on NXT. So sit back, relax, and get your popcorn ready because Donald Trump's probably going to do another scathing interview on Fox News. It's Kings of the Rings Podcast, episode 344, Canadian Collision, featuring Mr. Fretz of the FretzleMania Podcast, exclusively on Wrestle Addict Radio, and it starts right now. Those interviews are great, by the way.
You guys see Charlie Caruso on Fox?
Oh, yeah, that hurt. That broke my heart.
She's a
Broke my
correspondent
heart.
now.
Oh, Charlie, we barely knew V. Oh, well.
What a shocker!
Yeah, no, not
right?
a shocker at all. Not a shocker at all.
She had a video today going after Greta Thunberg. I was like, wow, what a career your turn. What a turn your career took.
Yeah, oh goodness, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kings of the Rings Podcast,
Here's
episode 344, Canadian Collision. I am your host, King Ricky Rose, along with Kayfabe and Will Lee T. Will Tarashuk. But we also have a guest with us this week, folks, returning for probably, I don't know, like the fourth or fifth time officially, something like that. Yeah, something like that, right? Ladies and gentlemen, the host of the FretzleMania Podcast with a new show pretty much every other Friday or on Fridays, where he takes a look back at some classic wrestling moments from different organizations, including WWE, TNA from time to time, and anything in between. Ladies and gentlemen, Canada's national treasure, Mr. Fretz. How are you, Mr. Fretz?
I am fantastic, folks. Thank you very much for having me on. And kind of appropriate that we're previewing Forbidden Door because I will be in attendance this Sunday. It's my first live wrestling pay-per-view ever.
Which is absolutely wild. I'm not going to lie to you, absolutely wild. But we'll talk about all of that. And I guess we're going to have to prepare you about what to expect at a live wrestling event, since I guess all of us on the show have been to multiple ones. And this is your first one. Like, it's still wild to me. But before we get to that, Willie T, how are you?
Your first wrestling show? What the hell is wrong with you? Aren't you like 40 years
39.
old?
He lives in Canada.
We get shows in Canada.
Pay-per-view. Dude,
Come on,
I grew up in the middle of nowhere.
Oh,
The
come
closest
on, man.
thing
Come
was
on,
fucking
Fretz. I'm
Toronto.
shaming you here. I thought you were a mark. I thought you were one of the good guys.
Absolutely not. Wrestling's not as accessible for Mr. Fretz as it is for us. Let him live.
I guess it's proof one more time that America, the greatest country on
That's a-
earth. Military
that is a
still be here.
lie.
78 since last incident.
I would not
Cheese
agree
and
with that
Thomas.
either.
ARASHUK.
We're not
Hey,
much
it's-
better. I'm not even going to toot our own horn.
Yeah, you guys have
Yeah, I
fires.
I still choose the U.S. So hey, we have
No,
fires.
not
too,
like
in the
that.
West
Not like
Coast.
that.
I don't know, man. Have you been to the West Coast?
Yes, I have. It's an okay place.
Did your wildfires cancel Canada Day fireworks in your town? Because they did for me.
Fretz, that's a no
God, they probably
because
should've
we
canceled the
don't
LA Valley,
have
though.
Canada Day.
Your fires canceled my nightly neighborhood walk, Mr. Fretz.
What? No.
The Canadian wildfires traveled all the way to New York City. It was orange here for days. I couldn't leave the house because of my asthma.
Yeah, Fretz.
Oh,
Because
that's right.
it was literally, hold on, I'm going to send a picture.
Yeah, Fretz, I don't know if you know,
And
but it was like
just-
we had the poorest air quality in the world because of your wildfires.
No exaggeration.
So did the Greater Toronto Area. Luckily, I'm far away from the city that it's not as noticeable, but it did reek of smoke over here. Like once it was billowing off of Lake Huron, which I can go to the end of my driveway and see. Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, now apparently the Midwest is getting the worst of
It was
it.
so bad. It was so bad. I
yeah.
started playing Fallout 4 again.
Did you really?
Yeah, I started a new save last week.
Yeah, it was an absolute war
All
zone.
right, so I just sent a picture in the General King Talk channel in the Kings of the Rings Discord. That is no filter of outside of my back door of my apartment.
Oh, let me see
Yeah.
this.
Oof.
Yeah, dude, it's like a
That's-
GTA
yeah.
3 filter.
Like, it looks like I have-
Filter.
You know the Valencia filter on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like I have the Valencia
It does look
filter
like the
on.
Valencia filter. Oh, my
Oh
God.
shit, here we
Yeah,
go
Kay
again.
Murphy also, how are you? We kind of broke away in the middle of our intros to talk about Fretz's crappy air
Hello.
quality.
I'm fucking tired. Above all. I worked basically from 9 a.m. to 7:30, and now I'm here, and I'm alive.
That's good.
Oh, actually, no, I do have great news to share. I did go see last week. I have been on a weird challenge for myself this year, and I'm trying to go to one Broadway show a month. I started this in February.
Yeah.
No. You see, I'm a maniac.
Yes, you are.
And I daily enter myself and my partner in the Broadway lotteries. Last month, I went to go see Shucked, which is a musical about corn, and I paid $40 for my ticket.
Wait, hold on. Time out. K. Murphy. Hold on. Time out, K. Murphy. Here we are. You watched a Broadway play about the vegetable corn that grows out of the ground, not the rock band corn, who is a great musical act, but the vegetable corn.
Corn's freaky,
Corn's
dude.
amazing.
Twisted Transistor.
This Transistor is a great song.
That's not even their
phenomenal
best
song.
I know
though.
it's not.
It's a great song, but that's not even scratching the surface. So we just passed the Tony Award season, so I wanted to see like how many of the Tony Award winning
Please
shows
don't
I
tell
can
me
go
the
see
one
before
about
the Tony
corn
Awards.
was one of the Tony Award winning plays.
Yes,
Oh,
it was. It won a Tony. Alex Newell. Alex Newell. They are a non-binary actor. They were nominated for Best Supporting Actor, and they won. And themselves and J. Harrison Ghee, who won the Tony for Best Actor in a Musical, they are the first openly non-binary actors to be nominated for Tonys, and they both won. It was very cool. So Shucked is a musical about corn. It's really fucking funny.
It better be if it's about a vegetable.
It's so fucking funny.
Okay, don't miss the sequel. Terror Shucked.
Wow. I should kick you off the show just for that.
I've been waiting 3 minutes to make that joke.
So
You're not worthy.
So this month, there's a bunch of shows that I'm trying to see on Broadway right now. The Sweeney Todd revival being very high on my list. The Parade revival very high on my list because it's a limited run. But also, we went to go see Kimberly Akimbo on Thursday. Kimberly Akimbo won the Tony for Best Musical. We won the lottery and we got front row tickets.
Wow.
It's $40. It's about a 16-year-old girl. She lives in New Jersey, and she has it's fictitious, of course. She has a disease that causes her to age 4 times as rapidly. So her life expectancy is like the age 16.
Oh, that's depressing.
It is. This musical is both really hopeful, really funny, but also like devastating. It was beautiful, and I can't stop thinking about it. Also, there's a lot of ukulele usage in this musical, which is making me like want to play again.
You found a second calling, Kay.
I loved it. I thought it was great. It's just a really uplifting show.
This reminds. I was just watching an episode of the redone Clone High, and there's a whole episode dedicated to High School Musicals.
Jesus.
I was in High School Musical.
Like the concept of doing a musical with high school kids in it.
Is the full series up now?
No, they go week by week. So
I saw the first episode leaked like months and months ago.
They're on like episode 8 or 9 now, I think.
Hulu?
Max. You know, the thing that used to be called HBO, but now it's just Max.
I don't think we have that up here. I'll have to see.
You don't have MJF Max?
I did notice they added to Max. I haven't watched it. They added the AEW reality show to Max.
Oh yeah, the behind the scenes thing, All Access. Yeah.
Oh wait. I'm sorry. I thought you.
No, that's real.
No, I'm not.
That's real. Yeah.
I didn't start it yet. I was gonna, and then I was like, and I put on.
Can't they have AEW next day on HBO
They
Max?
could.
Like I wanted to watch Collision, but I couldn't
They
stream
could,
anywhere.
but they don't.
TK, you gotta get next day TV rights, dude.
Watch Wrestling.
He was too busy spending all of his money on
watched
Elton
Collision
John's
live.
licensing for Collision.
I literally watched Raw and SmackDown this week on Hulu, and it was incredible. I haven't watched Raw or SmackDown in months.
It is
It felt
incredible.
great.
We are going to get to that.
I started SmackDown today, and my intention for today at work was I'm going to watch Raw and SmackDown today, and that just didn't
It
work.
happens. Well,
SmackDown was
speaking of which,
I got maybe 20 minutes into SmackDown. I got through Pretty Deadly, and that's
all right. I will say this: we're not going to talk about Pretty Deadly too heavily, but I think they've got something going on SmackDown right now.
They're fucking annoying. I'm not into it.
They've got something.
That's the point.
I think they've got something going. But we'll probably talk about that next week when we do Money for the Mark. So we will have another guest on our show next week. But talking about this week, and actually more specifically this month, as you guys know, we are in the middle of Pride Month, as we have just morphed our logo into more of a rainbow style. And our resident rainbow, Kay Murphy, are you ready to share another factoid that is related to Pride and Pride Month?
Barely, but let's go.
I knew you're ready.
It's been a week. Well, I'm not going to have as descriptive because I'm literally going to be talking out of my ass right now because I have nothing prepared. So I'm just going to share things that I know. So this weekend in New York City is New York City Pride. So June 28th, I believe 1969 was the Stonewall riots, which it actually happened the night Judy Garland died. Fun fact.
Huh.
And trans women of color and queer people, they were being raided by police. Lots of police brutality back in those days. You know, you couldn't walk down the street you had to wear, I think you had to have 3 articles of clothing on that reflected the gender you were born into. So, like, I would have to wear 3 articles of clothing that was, like, female clothing, or I would get, like, arrested. So it was, like, super homophobic and transphobic back then. So the riots lasted for days. I wish I was more prepared. I kind of sound a little dumb right now. But the point of all of this rambling is we are partying now in 2023 because of the sacrifice and fighting that our queer elders did. And now for Pride, you know, it's not, at least for me, I'm going to the parade in the city, but it doesn't really feel very joyful for me this year. Like, it's just really fucking scary to be queer. So that's probably kind of why I didn't really, like, put as much thought into Pride this year like I have in past years, because I'm just not fucking feeling it. But it's important to be visible. It's important to be resilient, and Pride was a riot before it was a party.
I mean, even though you were rambling, I still got some stuff out of it. Like, I didn't know that Pride is also held, or the parade is held closely to the anniversary of a Stonewall incident and riot. So that's something I learned today.
Yeah, the parade itself, the parade march, the route takes you through
Stonewall,
through the village to Stonewall. Yeah, it ends down Christopher Street.
That makes sense. One of these days, I'll make my way to a Pride event.
What are you doing Sunday?
I don't know. My weekends have been full. I do like if I go really nerdy real quick, a friend of mine who lives nearby, I've been indoctrinating them into the MCU. So we just finished Avengers last weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so now we're gonna move on to Iron Man 3 in the order of release. So we do like Murder and Marvel. So we're watching like a true crime doc, and then we'll go into Marvel. So we're actually almost through the O.J. Simpson trial.
Interesting.
Yes, and I'm talking the O.J. Simpson Made in America doc that ESPN did. It's a 5-parter, and it will blow your mind. Hello, Sherry Potter, whoever that is. Is that a friend of yours, James?
Oh, that's my supervisor at work. Hi, Sherry.
Uh-oh.
I literally just was going to say, who the fuck is James?
That's his first name,
Guys,
I knew Fretz's first name was James. I had to kind of
But the wild, Mr. Fretz's name in my phone is James Fretz because everybody's first last name, but I don't call Mr. Fretz James.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's in your...
Everyone calls me Fretz, except for at work. Anyways, guys, this is a cheap plug, so Kay, you'll love this. Sherry's daughter is a former coworker of mine, good friend, has a YouTube channel called Paranormal XP, where they do like, ghost hunting and paranormal stuff. They were just at the Conjuring house.
Really?
And that's not my cup of tea, but that was an entertaining episode. I'll just say that Sherry's husband is the star of the show. When he was sleeping in the basement, survived the basement at night. And if you know about the Conjuring house in the basement, that's quite an accomplishment.
I'm not sleeping in a haunted house's basement ever. I don't care if it's the Conjuring or not.
Yeah, I'll send it to
Please
you guys.
do.
It's awesome. So if Paige and Tara are watching, shout out. I used to work with them way back. Yeah, I sent Sherry the link. She wanted to see me live on YouTube this time. So, and she gets to be in them as well. And I have a question for Kay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Pride events and parades. I am just also learning about the Stonewall riots. I didn't even know what they were. Are things like that is why there's a Pride parade and why Pride is, for a lack of a better word, necessary? I'm still learning. I want to be educated, and we can do a part 2, but I'm still unclear on non-binary. I still have a hard time wrapping my head around it.
So you are correct. The reason we have Pride is because of the Stonewall riots. Like, the Pride parade, originally was a protest. That eventually became the Gay Liberation Parade, and then as, time has gone on and society, at least especially here in New York, has become more accepting of LGBTQ plus people, Pride is fucking huge now. We're planning to go to Pride on Sunday. There's a concert in Brooklyn in conjunction with the parade. Ooh. There's Pride Fest, where Pride Fest is booths. People perform. There's food. There's vendors. You get a lot of free shit because it's all the corporations pretty much post up at Pride. They have a booth and they give you free rainbow stuff. My first Pride, I wasn't a rainbow kind of gay. I had never been to Pride before. I was just not that. I left covered with rainbow shit that day.
I bet you did.
And I paid no money for it. They throw fucking wristbands off of floats. You'll get free tote bags and shit. Pride became what it is because it originally was a riot.
The rainbow version of getting beads in New Orleans.
Kinda.
Yes. Yeah. Except for Pride, all you have to do is be alive to get beads in New Orleans. Beads in New Orleans, you kind of got to work for it.
Yeah, I know.
That's pretty much it. But thank you, Kay, for sharing that with us. And hopefully Sherry stays on because Sherry can tell us some really bad Fretz work stories. But let's move on to some things going on in the world of wrestling. Before we get to Forbidden Door, we are going to talk about some things going on. For instance, we're going to just go into it in SmackDown and the kick heard around the world. Now, we've talked about kicks and the bloodline before, but this might be the quintessential kick of all time.
I knew it happened, and I still didn't think it was going to happen. I was watching his promo. I was like, when's he going to kick him? I was like, oh, shit. Now he's going to he kicked him.
Yeah. He kicked the absolute living snot of him. Okay, I know you haven't. I don't know if you've seen the video yet of this at all. But essentially, this is the will he or won't he. Jay finally has to make a decision 2 weeks late. Roman comes out. By the way, Roman might be the greatest heel of all time. He got a brand new belt and kept the other two.
He still carries the other two. He's like, hey, Paul, hang on to these.
What a dick. What a dick.
You gotta carry two.
What a dick. So Roman comes out, they bring out Jay, and he's like, Roman's like, I've always believed in you, blah, blah, blah. I've never doubted you. There's a reason you're the right hand. You're supposed to bring us to the promised land, blah, blah, blah. Jimmy comes out and says, no, you're a manipulator, liar. All the shit that we all know about Roman. But Roman was like, by the way, I never doubted you. It was your brother. And so Jay goes on an Oscar-worthy monologue. I'm not going to...
Joshua!
Yeah.
Joshua! Joshua!
He did say prom prince, and I was like, wait a minute. And then he corrected himself and said prom king.
Yeah, he's like, you're the prom prince? You're the prom king? I was following you, Joshua!
Yeah. It was brilliant, and he goes, the only person that's never doubted me was Roman, and he looks, is like, so you know what? You're out. And it's just a long pause, and Jimmy's just looking at him. And everybody's like, fuck. And Roman's kind of laughing. And then Jay goes, and I'm out too. Turns around and lays Roman flush in the chin.
Right in those new teeth.
Yeah.
Roman's veneers or toes.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Solo goes to attack. Jimmy super kicks Solo. The place is losing their mind. I'm losing my mind. You know.
Dude, this happened in Kentucky.
Yeah.
like, wow, what a treat for Kentucky, man.
And that
This is the greatest thing happened in Kentucky since, I don't know,
anything.
college basketball.
Not even. And then at the end of it all, Roman is stumbling up and he's screaming, "You're gonna hit me! You're gonna hit me!" Blah blah blah. And
Nobody leaves me.
Nobody leaves
Nobody
me.
leaves
And
me.
then Jimmy and Jay do a tandem super kick to Roman. Like, Roman didn't block it either. Like, they kicked the shit out of him.
Dude, what a sell.
That's hot.
What a sell. He did a great, he's going to put these kids over. It's crazy.
They kicked the absolute shit out of Roman. Michael Cole had one of the best calls. He referred this whole thing to Shakespeare. He goes, "The Roman Empire has fallen, A2J," and that's how it ends.
Oh, that's so good. I'm so pissed I didn't get to watch SmackDown.
Just
yet.
watch it again. It's beautiful.
I'll probably watch it tomorrow.
It is absolutely beautiful. Fretz, what are your thoughts on that historic moment?
I mean, this is the Bloodline Civil War. This is the next inning that Triple H talked about all the way back at WrestleMania. You know, the story ain't over yet, and this one's included. It was masterful. It was absolute perfection.
Yeah, no, it really was. And yes, Bloodline Civil War is actually what they're naming the match at Money in the Bank, is Bloodline Civil War. They had this graphic up and ready the day after SmackDown aired. Roman and Solo versus the Usos. This is probably going to be your main event of Money in the Bank, and that is perfectly fucking fine.
That's everything.
Yeah.
Yes. And the tagline of the match is, "Who will be the ones?" Love everything about it. We're going to talk about it more and go more in depth with Money in the Bank next week. But let's move along. What's up?
Wait,
Yes.
I also have a question.
Is Money in the Bank on during the day?
It's going to be 3
Saturday,
p.m.
2 o'clock.
3
No.
p.m. July 1st is when Money in the Bank is happening.
I'm missing it.
I get out of work. I can be out of work by like 5.
Ooh.
You're gonna catch the end.
That's the thing. I can watch the whole thing while I'm working, but I can't guarantee that it's gonna be fucking cuckoo bananas because I'm like actively supervising.
Watch it after, Kay. Give it your full attention for sure, because this is a pretty good card.
Yeah.
But before we move on, I have one thing to say about Pretty Deadly.
Yes, boy.
I love that they only wear sleeves.
It's like sleeves on the table. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is the best part. They don't wear a shirt; they just wear sleeves.
Yeah, I love her whole saying. They're saying "yes, boy" all the time. Yes, boy.
Yes, boy.
And also, thank God Cody didn't win that title at WrestleMania, because this story would not be the same without the titles.
Yeah, and now Cody can win 3 titles at WrestleMania or whatever it is. It is absolutely wild. Speaking of titles, we did get Asuka getting the brand new WWE Women's Championship, which also says Undisputed on it, which is kind of weird. But then you also have, you finally got your wish, a Women's World title, but not in the way that you wanted it to. But Rhea Ripley...
Close enough, man.
Rhea Ripley now has a Women's World title, and by God, does it look stunning with the white background.
Yeah, it looks great. Both of them look great. And it's like, I'm very, very glad they did this, because it's about time. It's just a shame Rhea has nobody to work with.
I believe...
Not a goddamn person that
I believe they are going to set up her and Raquel.
Did you see what happened to Raquel on Monday? She made they look like a fool.
No, she didn't. No, Trish sold the shit for her.
Trish did a good job selling for her, but I made a fool. Like I'll say specifically, because the match was fine. Trish did a really good job selling for her. And obviously Becky with the DQ.
Oh wait, are you talking about when they were backstage and Rhea kind of like punked her?
No. I'm talking in the ring after the fact when like Becky was like apologizing and Raquel's just like, "What did you do that?" Like you should just beat the fuck out. You should just punch her right in the mouth and then walk out of the ring.
Well, they're trying to make Raquel a baby face.
You just stood there like a fucking moron.
They're trying to make.
I know you're a baby. I know you're a baby face, but like, dude, she just cost you the match and opportunity. Like, be mad. You just kind of stood there with like your hands.
That's
in your
the problem.
pockets, like,
I think they're trying to make
guys.
Raquel too much of a baby face, and when she was.
Yeah,
she was hot in NXT, she was still a babyface. She was just a badass.
Yeah. And still, greatest back in wrestling. She is the greatest back in
that
wrestling.
back is phenomenal.
I love her pose on the entrance ramp. Her music is fine. Her in-ring's fine. Trish made it look like $1 million, but you just stood there looking
You know
like
what it is? She's
after Becky embarrassed
you. Know what it is? They're Apollo cruising her too much, and that's a verb.
So you're saying they're building for SummerSlam? I said
no. I said they're building.
Not.
I said they're building because you said Rhea has no one to work with. I said I think they're building to Raquel and Rhea. I don't know if it's going to be at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think they're. Oh, okay. Eventually,
in
sure.
a Mexican
hopefully.
drum fight.
Ooh. But yeah, Raquel's got a long way to go if this is how they're going to book her.
She has to lose the smile.
Yeah, because her promos aren't even that bad either.
Great.
When as long as she only speaks in English, I think it's much better.
Yeah, I think it works.
Damian Priest did that too. And it's just like all the Spanish people do that. They do their promo in Spanish and they repeat it in English, or they do it in English and repeat it in Spanish. It's like, guys,
I like it.
I like that they do that. It makes it inclusive, like
especially since they weren't allowed to do it
WWE's
before.
Yeah. Like,
it makes sense when they're in like Texas or in Puerto Rico. They did it in Puerto Rico, or they do it in like a predominantly Latin place. But there
are people that speak
was
Spanish everywhere.
I know, but it's just
they're in
weird.
Cleveland.
It's just like why do all the Spanish people have to speak Spanish in a promo?
Because representation's important.
Yeah, it's not like it's just being done in America.
Well, I know I've said this in the past, but how often do you see people that look like you and sound like you on TV?
All the time, of course.
That's the point.
It's just weird. They have to always just cut half a promo in Spanish and half of it in English. It's just like, this fucking get your point across and just get your point across.
They are getting their point across.
Yeah, pet peeve then.
Yes.
Anywho, as we move along, but yes, these new world titles are officially a thing. We are going to fuse they are going to fuse the women's tag titles this week on SmackDown. And who knows? Maybe we'll get something. Maybe we'll get a secondary title for women. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? But speaking of which, and secondary titles, guys,
I can't
Raw Underground's coming back.
Yeah, what's the news here, Ricky?
No.
I heard you and Nate went off on this in the Discord, and I was just kind of sitting back with popcorn. But I don't know what the hell. Like, it's Raw Underground on NXT.
So this performer, Damon Camp, who has no personality whatsoever on NXT, is Damon Camp, exactly.
Cable Steve's
Pretty
brother.
much. So he essentially is fighting with his new guy. It's Eddie something. I forgot what Eddie's name is. He's essentially these two new guys, and they've been semi-feuding, and they're talking about their upcoming matches. Like, oh yeah, by the way, and Damon Camp goes, yeah, in 2 weeks we're gonna wrestle. Like, we're gonna do a Raw Underground match. So bring a Raw Underground to NXT, 20x20 mat, no ropes, so on and so forth. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. So now Raw Underground is returning to NXT. So my question for you guys, we're gonna start with you, Mr. Fretz. What do you want to see as part of the return of Raw Underground?
I know that you and I discussed this. Shane McMahon. I mean, I know the guy could probably not walk right now, but
Dude, put him in a wheelchair.
Get him in a wheelchair. Get Omos manning the door, and then just get everyone surrounding the ring. It was such a unique atmosphere. I mean, granted, this wasn't the Thunderdome when their permanent home was. This was before they went to the Amalie Arena, I believe. So they were at the PC, and you had the main ring up here. You had this other ring down here, and it's just giving me big vibes of the Depths and Tears of the Kingdom. I'm 100 hours into Zelda right now, so that's all I have in my mind. That's the only thing I could compare it to. But it was like the Brawl for All, but not shit. So
yeah.
Give me Omos as the bodyguard. Give me Shane McMahon, even in a cane or a wheelchair. And get the shit out of somebody.
Nice.
Ricky? Who is that Middle Eastern guy, the bald guy who didn't wear shoes, had the big bushy beard?
Wait, who?
Remember the wrestler? He was in NXT for a little bit. He was like the Muay Thai fighter. He was always barefoot.
Oh, that
the
guy.
Jack guy. He was like Champa, like a Middle Eastern guy.
Yeah,
Whoever
I
that
know
guy
what you're talking
was.
about.
Whoever that guy was,
Yeah.
bring him back because he whipped ass in Raw Underground.
I remember who you're
He
talking
whipped
about.
Everybody's
He was
ass.
awesome.
He was like
awesome.
Caesar something. I forget his name, but he was fucking awesome.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, you know who I mean, though. Yeah,
Yeah.
the bald guy with big bushy beard. Speaking of, I mean, Ciampa's back. Put him in Raw Underground. That was pretty cool.
Now, K-Raver, what do you want to see with Raw Underground?
They're underground girls.
I
Oh, the
kinda-
Raw girl?
Yeah, the Raw girl.
Yeah, dude, they did that-
Dancing girls.
They did that for 1 week, and all the fucking marks got all mad, and they had to fire them.
I want to see. All right, I'm going to add on to Fred's thing. I want to have Omos as a
God forbid he has
doorman.
sex appeal in wrestling again.
I want to have Omos as a doorman, but I want to have
In the ninja costume.
yeah, but no, yeah, I want him in ninja costume Omos. Yeah, I want ninja costume Omos.
I got the guy. Was it Arturo Ruas?
Yes.
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 Yes,
That
thank
was
you,
him.
Fred.
Thank you,
Bring him back,
sports.com.
dude. That guy was the fucking man. I was waiting for his push.
Yes, no, that is yeah. Arturo Ruas. I forgot when they fired him. He got let go very.
He was part of the COVID cuts.
Was he?
Oh,
COVID budget cuts.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Not Osama bin Laden took on.
No.
Jeepers.
He did have the beard, though. He had the Osama beard, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was Arturo Ruas. He was on the Evolve circuit for a while too.
Yes, dude. We saw him at La Boom a few times.
Yes, yeah.
Incredible talent, just no personality. But he didn't need one because he
just kicked everybody's ass. Yeah.
He was so believable. He's like, dude, don't speak. Just kick me in the mouth.
Yeah, so so Raw Underground's coming. There's also a couple other things that have been happening on the Raw scene or on WWE in general. For instance, they announced Payback. WWE Payback is going to be the premium live event right after SummerSlam. It's going to be Saturday, September 2nd in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And also, we are no longer on the road on the fast lane to WrestleMania because Fastlane is going to be Saturday, October 7th in Indianapolis, Indiana, because we're not going to do Hell in a Cell and gimmick pay-per-views outside of Money in the Bank. That's why.
Fast lane to War Games.
It could be the fast. I swear to God, if they do Fastlane the War Games, I will be very upset.
Yeah, what's in a fast lane too, though? Like that's a good question, honestly.
No,
Fastlane the Survivor Series? That sounds stupid.
I think it's just going to be Fastlane. I don't think it's going to connect to anything else. I think it's just going to be Fastlane. I mean, it also makes sense. Fastlane, Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Ah, okay, there it is.
Yeah,
there it is.
yeah.
Come on, guys, work with me.
There it
Work
is.
with me here. Yes, but the biggest news coming out of WWE is that everybody's favorite asshole got automatically inserted into Money in the Bank. Logan Paul is the final member of the men's Money in the Bank tournament. Kay, what are your thoughts?
Bye. I hope Money in the Bank, the men's match, airs while I'm still working, so I don't waste my time. It's annoying because he is a good wrestler. I just really don't like him. Why didn't you enter Bad Bunny in the Money in the Bank?
Listen, it's still a possibility.
He's on tour, probably.
Probably.
Guys, that guy's busy. Logan Paul is just hoping he doesn't get sued by someone else at this point.
Listen, it was great. They had Logan Paul because Logan Paul's from the Cleveland, Ohio area.
From Cleveland, yeah.
Yeah, so he actually he's getting a lot better at promos. It's kind of scary, like how good he is.
His ring presence is really good too. Like his body language in LA Knight was tearing him a new asshole. he was like, what? Like what? No, he is. He's ripped, dude. He's fucking yoked.
Yeah,
like,
he's in
look
great
at him.
shape.
That's great.
He's in great shape.
Huge fan of this kid. Huge fan of this kid.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I hope he doesn't win though.
The asshole, because I want wrestling Twitter to burn to the ground.
I do want,
and I want Logan Paul to win it.
If he did win, I would fucking love it. But I don't want him to win.
Yeah, all right. Here's a disaster scenario for all the marks in the world.
Let's
Logan
hear it.
Paul wins and cashes in on Roman
No,
and beats
Bye.
Roman.
no, dude,
I
you
said
can't.
I said disaster scenario.
I know, no, that would be a disaster for everybody, dude.
That's not even like a fun disaster.
Dude, you don't have a 3-year storyline to be cashed in by a YouTuber. Like,
Yeah, that's a WWE went nuclear and went David Arquette.
yeah, no, he's gonna cash it on Seth. It's gonna be way better.
Yeah.
The whole island on fire if that was the
He's
case.
gonna lose his fucking mind, dude. He's gonna turn to Joker Seth, like make Joker sting, but way better.
Listen, if they give us Joker stuff from this, I'm all for it.
Yeah, dude, it'd be incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. So Logan Paul is the last member. Okay, you'll have to watch Raw for this segment because then they have all the Money in the Bank participants come out, and the last one to come out is Butch, and Logan Paul's trying to talk straight to Butch. Butch says nothing, gets in the ring, and just clocks him in the face.
Oh, Peter?
Yeah, Peter went off.
Oh, I like that.
And I'll put it this way: I won't be surprised if we get a name change at Money in the Bank for Butch.
Yeah.
And he comes back to Peter.
Dude, also LA Knight, super over.
He's got the top odds.
Wild.
He's got the top
Dude,
odds.
He's more over than the Smacking It Raw podcast. What's up?
I'm on the hub.
Yeah. You guys are celebrating an anniversary or something soon, aren't you guys? Smacking It Raw. I forgot. I forgot what the anniversary is and a milestone is for you guys. But congratulations from us, nonetheless. So let's move on to the reason that we're here for the season, but not really. This is the K Murphy or the Kayfabe special of the show. So AEW had this Saturday night show called Collision, which I won't lie, looked fantastic, and they had the return of Kayfabe's favorite wrestler, CM Punk, and
We don't say that name anymore. He's now CM Chunk. He's a little chunky.
And let's for all intents and purposes, CM Punk cut one of the greatest and most recent "Sorry, I'm Not Sorry" promos in the history.
I'm sorry you got mad at my thing.
Yeah, it's the "Sorry, I'm Not Sorry" promo. And I personally watched this live, and then I went to do something else, and I was like, God damn it. Like, you haven't learned shit, have you, Mr. Punk?
Dude, CM Punk just needs an accountability buddy. Colt Cabana was called and he was denied.
Colt Cabana was busy.
Bible college.
Oh my God, yes. But K Murphy, I know you watched probably Collision live, or as best as you could. So what were your thoughts, particularly on the CM Punk "Sorry, I'm Not Sorry" pipe bomb?
Okay, so Collision I actually did watch in full, live, not working. Like, I was actually present for once. And that's what I wanted from Punk, was to kind of be a dick.
Doesn't take too much.
No, my prediction for the bag, obviously I knew it was the belt, but I'm like, it's just a bunch of spin drifts and muffins. Like, I wanted him so fucking bad to fucking pull a spin drift out of that bag.
I wish, now we just said it was spin drifts and muffins, I wish that he just like started pulling out like blueberry muffins, like, who wants a muffin? And starts throwing them into the crowd.
He did ice cream bars, muffins over the next big dessert.
Oh my God.
I think it could work.
I wanted it to be Colt Cabana's head.
Okay, what's in the bag? Wrong answers only.
All right, Fretz, what's in the bag? Wrong answers only. A sting mask.
Not Grandpa.
That's a pretty bad thing. Well, what's in the bag besides Colt Cabana's head?
Oh, dude, it's all the money Colt Cabana owes his mom.
Ooh.
And he's like, is the money or not yet?
K Murphy, what's in the bag? Or Kayfabe, sorry.
Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
Hold on, coughing. CM Punk has a bottle of Pepsi. He has
wrong.
Bottle of Pepsi. AJ Lee's book. A picture of his dog.
AJ Lee's looking ripped these days, by the way.
And all my hopes and dreams.
I'm going to say in CM Punk's bag is just solely AJ Lee's Divas title. We think it's the AEW title, but it's just the Divas title because he took the wrong belt. He took the wrong belt from home with him to work.
Dude, it's a bunch of fucking coloring books, 50 Crayolas, because this kid's a fucking bitch in the locker room. It's just all the leftover coloring books he couldn't finish in the locker room because this man is a child. Oh, and the markers you can huff to make you feel something.
Yeah, those markers were amazing back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, raspberry.
A golden strap with Kenny's signature on it. So yeah, I don't know how long this Punk reign is going to last. I don't even know how long Collision's going to last. Reports have come out that outside of a Chicago show, they're not selling so well. Mr. Fretz, I know you have more on that.
Well, the day before Forbidden Door, which sold out almost entirely during the pre-sale.
Rightfully so.
Before anything was announced, like months ago. That's how Ryan and I got tickets.
That resale market's probably nuts.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, I'm sure.
I can't imagine. And well, there's a show there in the same venue, which the Scotiabank Place, formerly the Air Canada Centre in Toronto. Like,
The real name of the arena.
it's Air Canada Centre. Like the Rogers Place, I'll always call the Sky Dome because Rogers can eat a bag of dicks.
Agreed.
We so 12,000 and something hundred. That's the sellout for Forbidden Door. Although they can hold 18,000 at like a Leafs playoff game.
Stage setup. Yada
Same
yada.
venue, the day before. Sorry, yeah, the day before. 100. Hamilton, Ontario, Cops Coliseum. Same thing. Like 500 tickets sold, and that's for a Saturday night in a couple of weeks.
All right. Hold on a second, Fred. So you said in an arena, the Air Canada Centre that can hold 18,000 for AEW Collision, the night before Forbidden Door, which will be holding close to over 12,000 people. For Collision, they've sold 1,200.
I couldn't tell you exactly how much, but I know Hamilton, which could only seat maybe about 10,000. Yeah, the last time I checked, which was about a week ago, 500.
Wow.
I couldn't tell you about about the day before because, well, this was announced, friggin' months ago. I've had my tickets since just around Christmas time.
Yeah.
This was sprung on us. So this is why that event's not going to sell very well. And are we getting Sting versus Chris Jericho at Forbidden Door? Oh my gosh.
WWE,
yay.
we've got a problem.
This, it's making it AEW.
Yeah.
Is that Nate?
No, that was
WWE, we've got a problem.
It does kind of sound like Nate, to
It
be
does
honest.
sound like
no,
Nate.
it's that's Mickey had me cut this Mick Foley interview like a year ago.
I remember. Yeah.
Oh,
I remember.
And
yeah.
I stick up the soundboard. This is what's next to it.
I'm Pickle Rick!
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so that's a problem. I mean, the only other time I can remember when a wrestling company sprung an event on somebody was the first takeover in Brooklyn. That was kind of sprung up at the last minute, and they sold out.
Fuck yeah, it sold out.
Yeah.
That card, Juice and Thunder and Liger was on that
But
card, dude.
Brooklyn's different. That's different.
It's Canada. It is Bizarro World, okay? These guys are like wrestling gods compared to the shit that we pull off on a semi-frequent basis. 1,200 the night before a major wrestling event?
That's bad,
probably
dude.
why.
Yeah.
It's
That's
the
really-
night
that's really bad.
before, It's the night before a pay-per-view that again was just sprung on us because all of myself, Ryan, I know Slack's going to be there. I know what's his name from
Please
the
RKO
Elite
Slack.
I'll try.
No,
What's
punt
Kyle from the Elite POV podcast is going to be there. I know Elite POV is on a hiatus right now. There's going to be a ton of people there, and none of them are talking about
Collision
the day before, and that's kind of troubling. And it's also troubling that maybe more matches won't be announced until then, the day before. I think just over here behind me, we might be getting Sting versus Y2J in 2023.
Oh my god. It would have been great.
mean-
That would have been great 10 years ago.
It's
It would've been great in
arthritis on the
1997.
pole match.
Yeah. So not. It's going to be interesting to see how Collision does this week. If anybody even watches, again, it's Saturday prime time, which
That's the
is
thing.
it's bad. Yeah.
And it doesn't
I-
even air live in Canada. It airs
that's
at midnight.
It's a bad night.
It's a bad night.
It's a bad
It's
night.
so
You should on
bad.
Thursday, dude. Should on Thursday or Tuesday. Like, for real.
Something. Yeah.
But then again, that's going to be preempted by the NBA. Does the NBA have Saturday prime time?
Yes, they
games?
do.
They're
Yeah.
gonna get preempted. They're gonna get preempted anyway. So
Yeah.
what's
They're
the
going to get
difference?
preempted by Hockey Night in Canada at least Hockey Night in Canada is on Sportsnet up here, so they won't get, TSN doesn't touch hockey on Saturday night, so they'll be fine. They can maybe air it live for once.
Mhm.
Actually,
Did
I
they-
got an interesting tidbit of information on the Wembley show, or like any time there's a show in England.
Yeah.
So there's a podcast I listen to. He's based in England, and his dad like works he has a bar in the area, and he knows like a lot of security guys.
Yeah.
So anytime you run an event at like say a soccer game, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have to tell the local law enforcement how many fans are expected to be there, so they can send the proper amount of security to guard to do security for the building.
That sounds fair.
And I don't know if something like that exists in the United States, but it makes sense that it would.
Yeah.
So for the AEW show, they're expecting around like 30 to 40,000 people.
Good
in the
building.
building.
Good job.
Which don't get me wrong, it's a great number and very successful. But people are expecting possibly like a 50,000, maybe even 55, 60,000, which I never believed to begin with. I think 40,000 is a great number for
40
them.
sounds about right, and that's a great crowd.
It's a great crowd, but like based on what was expected, it sounds like it could be a little low, and it's based off security. That's probably what they're expecting. Now, what AEW is going to say they actually have. They could do an old WWE trick of, we're counting staff and production crew, which I think is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
But
who wouldn't do that? It's people in the arena. Duh.
It's people in the arena. It's not a lie. It's not a lie, but it's a lie.
Yeah. As long as everything's within fire code, they're fine.
Yeah, but I think you'd be the closest one to know if that's how it works in the United States. But it makes sense that it would. Like, you gotta tell the local law enforcement, like, hey, how much security we're gonna need based off how many tickets we sold. Like, here's the real number.
Yeah, I mean, even when I worked or moonlighted in nightlife for almost a fucking decade, depending on how many people were in the bars, the amount of security people we needed.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. You got to have it's a
max,
specific ratio.
There's maximum occupancy for that too, which
Exactly.
is always ignored.
yeah, always, all the time.
It's just a sign on the door.
Oh, it's to say that we have it.
Yeah, police can count. I dare you. Don't good luck not counting them twice.
Yeah, so Collision is up in the air, but what's not up in the air, obviously, is Forbidden Door.
Can I say something about Collision?
Yes, Kay Murphy.
I wondered, so obviously they're going to be on every Saturday. How do they plan to compete with WrestleMania and like big 4 pay-per-views?
Or any pay-per-view for that matter.
That is a yikes.
Like any pay-per-view, sure, but like you're gonna fucking put on a 2-hour Saturday night show against WrestleMania? Who are you fucking
From 8
kidding?
to 10.
Like, that's the beginning of Mania. What does Tony Khan expect to happen?
I don't know.
He doesn't.
Like, Tony needs to stop doing coke and making wrestling
like
decisions.
he'll get lucky because Money in the Bank is going on at 3 and it'll be done by the time Collision or whatever happens, if we're not like really like just losing our minds about whatever happens at Money in the Bank.
SummerSlam should be interesting.
Yeah, SummerSlam he's fucked. I'm telling you that right now. SummerSlam, he's not gonna have a good time. Collision is not gonna have a good time.
Do you mean watching SummerSlam? What do you mean?
Collision's
He'll
gonna
be backstage watching it.
Collision's gonna be a SummerSlam watch party.
Yeah, dude. They're gonna show SummerSlam on the Jumbotron instead of the match.
They'll join our Discord watch along.
I will also say this about Collision as well. I'm so happy to have Kevin Kelly back. Kevin Kelly was a breath of fresh air.
That is pretty nice.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Oh,
Great
I
to see
love
Nigel.
having Nigel. It's wonderful.
Yeah, Kevin Kelly and Nigel were, production-wise, it's so much better than Dynamite. It's just bad.
It looks like Nitro.
The graphics are beautiful.
It's Nitro. It's a futuristic
it's really
Nitro.
well done.
Yeah,
It's WCW Saturday Night, but better.
God,
no,
WCW Saturday Night was literally unwatchable.
It was
Other
on a
than the music.
soundstage. It was on a soundstage, wasn't it?
Dun 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 dun.
All my days.
All the days of my life.
All
I'm
right,
going
kids.
to slap you.
All right, let's move on to the reason that we're kind of here for the season. Forbidden Door is happening this Sunday, June 25th, from the Scotiabank Arena, actually known as the Air Canada Center, but the center that Vince Carter built, in my eyes. On pay-per-view at 8 p.m. Mr. Fretz, you're going to be there. This is your first pay-per-view event, Aaron. Before we get into the card, as well as something that might help out the Collision stuff, is that there's going to be a meet and greet the Saturday at the Air Canada Center, but you need an AEW Collision ticket to get into the meet and greet, which will feature mostly New Japan stars. So again, should be interesting. But Fretz, this is all about you right now. This is your first pay-per-view. I feel like it is on us, the veterans of going to a bunch of pay-per-view events, WWE and AEW related, and television shows and stuff like that. We kind of have to guide you through this. you have
Right.
floor seats, okay? So there's no
Do you
worry.
really?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Fred.
Yeah, Ryan was the hookup. Shout out to Ryan. Like,
Yeah.
seriously.
So, Fretz, first and foremost, in my opinion, this is also, I think, Will and I share the same sentiment. Get there early, not
Yes.
so you can, not so you can like go get your seats and find them. That's cool and all. Go for the food and the beer, Fretz.
Yep.
That's the reason you get there early.
We are
Okay.
leaving. Sable Beach is about 3 hours and change from Toronto.
Whew, hell of a drive.
We're probably leaving right around lunchtime.
Make a playlist. Make a good playlist.
Make a wrestling playlist.
That's what I did. That's what
Ryan's
I did for
the driver.
Mania.
In my opinion, the driver is the DJ.
That is
Facts.
correct.
Facts.
His
That is
car-
correct.
But strongly
It's
suggest.
gonna be. I've known the man since 1998, so we're just probably
Mhm.
going to be shooting the shit and reminiscing and telling high school stories the whole time. So, if,
That
if
works.
anything, we like similar bands like The Hip, Nickelback, like Canadian stuff. Like we'll listen to classic rock and all that.
Nickelback.
Yes, I unashamedly like Nickelback. Okay, I love
This
and
is the most
Creed.
Canadian shit I've ever heard. I don't.
Hey
love
man,
Creed.
dude, people who say they hate Nickelback secretly love
Love
Nickelback.
Nickelback.
They're closeted
Openly.
Nickelback fans, dude.
Openly love. And I have to say, this meet and greet, you have to get a
Collision
collision ticket to get in.
Mhm.
That's smart. That's a dick move, but that's smart.
Still not gonna
Yeah.
help.
Selling more tickets. I'm working Saturday. I'm not going to that. I'm not going to 2 shows. Not a chance.
Yeah.
I
but-
just went to Comic Con for goodness sake. Ooh. And speaking of which, Will, I met your favorite Bret Hart. It was
I
awesome.
saw he looked so happy to see you.
Oh.
Bret Hart forgot how to smile.
I have to tell you about meeting the Trailer Park Boys when we're done here, but
Oh yeah,
there's
no.
a funny.
We definitely will. So yeah, my big advice for you, Fretz, is get there early.
Yes.
Talk to people. Wrestling. I mean, you've been to wrestling shows, but there is nothing like going to a pay-per-view with a bunch of wrestling marks. I like it better than going to sporting events.
It's really
Yeah.
fun.
Most of them are good people.
Line up to Dynamite. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And like I'm like again, I've said this before, but I might be meeting up with Slack, and if I see him, I'll give him an RKO from you guys.
Thank you.
I can text him that right now. Actually, I have his number.
Yeah, we need video evidence. It's going to be our next big YouTube video. It's going to go viral. But is it, Kay, do you have any other tips for Fretz on his first pay-per-view ever? Like, this is wild.
Like any stadium or arena event, make sure you look up your bag policy in case you want to bring like stuff. Y'all remember WrestleMania? I got turned away at the door with my flounder, and I had to turn back and go to the car because it was a backpack.
I remember.
That was my walk of shame.
Not
I had
a thing.
for my entire Mania weekend, I had a clear flounder backpack because you needed a clear bag to get into everything. But MetLife was the only place that wouldn't let you use a backpack.
That makes sense. Yeah, look up your bag policies and stuff, Fretz.
I'm not
Clear.
bringing a bag, guys. Like,
Perfect.
if anything, I'll have a plastic bag in my pocket for T-shirts because at Dynamite at the Coca-Cola Coliseum, which is where the Toronto's Maple Leafs minor league team plays, just down the street. I got like 4 T-shirts, like including the Blackpool Combat Club one here, that was outdated within weeks. Thanks, Regal. Like, I didn't get bags, so just like I just had T-shirts on my lap for Dark
put a
Elevation
tote,
and Dynamite.
put a
It was
tote bag in your
14.
pocket.
Yeah.
What's that?
Put a tote bag in
Bring
your
a
pocket.
tote. If you have you wear men's pants, so you wear have deep ass pockets. Put a tote bag in one of them.
I am. I'm bringing like if anything, I'm bringing a plastic bag if they won't let me have a tote bag.
Fretz, you strike me as a cargo shorts man.
Exactly.
I agree with that.
You are
Dude,
100%
I
correct.
love cargo
Camo
shorts.
cargo shorts, by the way. That's
That's what
I
I'm
have.
saying.
That's what
Yes.
Put the fold up the tote bag in a nice little square. Put it in the side pocket. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the plan.
Yeah. Make sure you have a budget for this. Also, another big thing about going into the stadium early.
Do you not go to merch blind?
That is true. That is true. You will buy everything.
No, I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
I go to Comic-Con blind every year, and I spend almost $1,000. Like I got like $500 to bring with me.
You have the Dave spending habits.
I'm frivolous. Like
Dude, I spend
straight
so
up.
much money
Half
on arena food.
Comic-Con
It's
is
a
photo
fucking
ops.
problem.
Yeah. So
Like,
yeah.
you know how much I love stadium food.
Stadium food's amazing.
Air Canada Center food is okay. Like I am, if anything, I might eat before, maybe get like a hot dog.
Dude, I missed an inning and a half watching them cook the steak at Yankee Stadium. And that fresh sandwich, the first sandwich off the grill.
What, the little bells one?
That sounds
Yes,
delicious.
yes.
Nice.
So I was in line, and they gave the last sandwich to the person right next to me, and they had to put the new ones in the grill. It took like 15, 20 minutes.
Oh,
And
You're like, I'll wait.
I was like, I'm standing right here. Fuck that mac and cheese. It's gonna give me diarrhea. So I ate that steak sandwich and gave me diarrhea anyway. Dude, there was a photo. I got off the bus to stop early so I could run home. I didn't want to risk a red light.
Yeah, so yeah, Fretz, get there early for the food and for the merchandise. But Will, is there anything else that you would want to let Fretz know about?
Getting there early is definitely good advice because you want to walk around, right? The first thing you do when you enter into the arena, take a lap.
Walk around. Yeah, take a lap.
Take a full lap because you're going to see food you want and be like, walk around and be like, fuck, I want that instead. So
Yeah.
always take a lap, get food first, beer, then sit down.
Yeah.
And eat it before the show starts. Because when you have a boring bathroom break match, you go get more food.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, the other thing also, too, Fretz, usually if it's an organized arena, they have a specific entrance that you should go into first. Because usually there is the one main entrance that everybody goes into, but there are always usually alternate entrances. If you're trying to get in
this
there...
arena, yes.
Yeah, if you're trying to get in there and get in there quick, look around the perimeter of the arena for alternate entrances because it'll help you a lot, especially for an event as massive as this.
I've been to that venue many times, and
Okay, so you're good.
yeah, I've been there. Like, this is not my first time at Scotiabank Arena. I've been to about half a dozen Leaf games and
Okay.
something else there. Can't remember what.
Yeah, but more importantly, Fretz, have the time of your life. Totally engaged. Don't be on your phone. Like, you can take pictures. Don't send it to us immediately or put it on Discord. Send it later. Have a fucking ball,
send
dude.
it the next day.
Yeah.
Enjoy your
Yeah.
life. Don't tweet either.
Yeah, have a fucking
I'm
ball,
sending.
Fretz.
I'll do a couple of pictures, and if Minoru Suzuki is there, yeah, I am sending
Fretz, I got
the
it. All right,
screaming the Kazane Nair for his entrance. I'll video that.
I'll be right back.
So I took quite a few videos at Dynamite, and I'll do a couple here.
Look me in the eyes, Fretz. I want you to start an Ahmed Johnson chant.
No.
Just Ahmed Johnson. Chanted at
Sky- chanted at Sky
Buckwheat's
Blue.
name? Will Hobbs. Chanted at Will Hobbs.
Oh,
Ahmed
no.
Johnson.
No.
Tear your quad. Ahmed Johnson. No,
No.
what's your kidney? That's what he
Yeah.
had a bad kidney, that poor guy.
Yeah, if anything, Fretzy, stay hydrated because you're
No,
probably going
fuck
to be...
that, dude. Just drink Bud Light.
Well, no, that's what I mean.
Stay hydrated. Don't just drink beer.
Well, no, but also because you're going to be
You know
screaming
how
a
much
lot.
beer is at the Scotiabank Center?
Pre-game, then.
18 quid?
Try about 20. No,
20 toonies.
22, that's $40.
Canadian for a king can of Coors.
What do
At
they call your
Coca-Cola
money up there?
Well, loonies is $1, toonies is $2. They're coins.
Loonies and toonies?
Yeah, that's
Loonies
the dollar.
and toonies.
Yeah, that's the.
Do you name your money after Looney Tunes? Fuck, dude.
Well, there was
This-
literally
you
a dollar
for the
store.
$5 bills. You put one of the Animaniacs on your $5 bills.
No, they're also all of their bills smell like maple. It's fantastic.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I keep a Jamaican $2 bill in my wallet.
Why?
My dad's friend at work, Rohan, also the greatest name ever, gave it to him like 20 years ago as a present, and my dad gave it to me. And this is it. You know how much this is worth in Jamaica? Like not even 2 pennies. Like the inflation's so bad there.
Yeah, but no, I meant to stay hydrated because when you're going to be screaming a lot, so you don't want to lose your voice.
I lost mine last time. Like, it'll happen again.
I often lose my voice at shows.
Well, because you're
It's bad.
I lost
forcefully
my
screaming,
voice during
Kay.
dark.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't give a fuck at shows. Like,
I know you
Be
become a
be-
demon.
be unabashedly excited. Like, who cares if you look or sound weird?
Yeah, you
Dude,
become a demon.
When
It's
Kay, when
fantastic.
Kay and I went to Arthur Ashe the first time, There was this chick in front of us who was like really excited when they were announcing the safety announcements, and I was just like, what is this woman doing? It was.
I forgot about that.
I'm like, that's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. And she just goes, I like that. I'm sorry, they just go, I like that. And I was like, of course you do, Kay.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah, they were living their life.
Yeah, they were like, yes, safety. We saved everybody.
My nearest exit is to the right. Yes.
I was just like, wow, woman. God bless you. I'll never forget that. And Cadis goes, I like that.
They were living, and I'm not mad about it.
They were having their best life at that show, as were we.
I will say, every time I go to an AEW show, I'm always near the weirdest fucking people, and it's great.
Yeah, you're gonna have a fun time, friends. It's gonna be pretty crazy. Well, it is gonna be crazy, especially because as of this recording, we haven't heard anything from Dynamite going on right now as we're recording the show. There are only 4 matches for this Forbidden Door card. Officially speaking, that we know of, there are only 4 actual matches for Forbidden Door. We're assuming, with several days left before this event, that there will be more matches announced either tonight during Dynamite or on Collision. So let's go through these 4 big-ass matches that we know of so far, including the World Championship of AEW is on the line as MJF defends against the Ace and my favorite NJPW wrestler, Hiroshi Tanahashi, in an epic match that hopefully MJF doesn't get outclassed in because Tanahashi's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know about this. MJF had a pretty rough time with Adam Cole last week on Dynamite. But Tanahashi's kind of this is a big match for MJF. I don't expect any titles to really change hands. Like, if they put the belt on Tanahashi, that would be shocking as hell. But my big thing is MJF going to be able to keep up in a wrestling ring with Hiroshi Tanahashi, one of the greatest NJPW wrestlers of all time? Fretz, what are your thoughts about this match?
I think he will be. Like, MJF is underrated as an in-ring performer. We all know him having a fantastic gimmick, the best keeper of the kayfabe in the business today. I think almost of all time, at least top 5.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to win this match, whether it's like a dusty finish or like a roll up with the tights or something like that. But I think he'll shock us in what he can do in the ring that night.
So, Will Tarashok.
I do agree. I do think MJF's wrestling ability is very underrated because he has had great matches. Him and Jungle Boy a few years ago had a phenomenal match when Jungle Boy was still relatively green. Him and Punk had a really good match. Like, he knows, and MJF wrestles his own style of match, right? His matches are very story driven, not so much athletically driven.
Sure.
So I think instead of getting a different performance out of MJF, you're gonna get a different performance out of Tanahashi.
Okay.
So if I do watch this card, I think that's what I'm gonna be excited for, is see if not how MJF can adapt to him, how he can adapt to MJF.
Gotcha. Kayfabe.
Well, I will not be watching Forbidden Door live because this is literally Pride. So,
Yeah.
By AEW. But I do believe that MJF 1000%, he's going to win. And I think this is low-key going to be one of his best matches of all time. I just feel like this is going to turn out to be like a surprise classic that no one expected. Because so many people talk shit on how MJF wrestled. They just think he just has a big mouth. But he can wrestle really well.
He does also have a huge mouth.
He just does. He does. He just doesn't do all the flippy shit all the time.
Yeah, he has no flips, just fist or just mouth, which also sounds kind of weird. Anywho, moving along. The other thing going.
No, you're right. Go ahead. Finish your point.
Also, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship is also going to be on the line. Sonata, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Good job for Sonata finally winning something. Versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Another big showcase match. Not for Sonata, because we all know what Sonata can do. It's a big match for Jungle Boy Jack Perry, who apparently also might have Hook in his corner as well, because that's a thing. So, according to the graphic. So, Fretz, what are your thoughts on this one?
Hook heel turn, joined whatever group that Sonata's in, for one thing. I think it's also going to be a bit of a sleeper match because, well, as we said, when Jungle Boy was relatively green, he had a good match with MJF, and now that he's had a couple of years to develop and get really good in the ring, you get in there with someone as technical as Sonata, you're in for something else. And this title won't change hands. Like Dominion's coming up not long after this.
That is correct.
When is
Mr.
Dominion, Fretz?
It is the SummerSlam of New Japan. If I'm Zach, Mr. YLP, you can correct me on this. If
I know
close
what
wrong.
it is. Do you know when it is?
When is it, Fretz? Yeah.
It might be like I have a feeling it's like the first couple weeks of July.
Oh shit!
Sounds
okay.
about right. Yeah.
I'm gonna look this up though in the meantime.
Yeah, as you do that, K Murphy, kayfabe actually? Jack Perry, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, Sonata. What do you got for me?
I think it's just echoing what everybody else said. Like, it's gonna be a great match. Like another match that's gonna define Jungle Boy as a wrestler. But I don't think he's gonna win.
Oh, no, not at all. I see this as being a very, very probably like a strong style type match. So I feel like Jack Perry likes pain a lot. So I see Sonata carrying Jack Perry through this match, making it more of a New Japan style match, because obviously it is the IWGP World Heavyweight title on the line. And kind of Jack Perry wins in a loss because it just shows that he can hang with one of the best performers in the world. Will Tarashak, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, it's a hard part with this card. It's a great idea. It's a great concept, but you got to do like 50-50 booking. Right? You can't have a title holder lose. Mm-hmm. And I think a problem with this card is that egos can kind of get in the way and fuck it up.
Well, but you're dealing with, you got to satisfy both companies.
That's what I mean. Mm-hmm. It's very, very hard to do. But what's his name wins?
Sonata.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Sonata wins. What is sure to be probably the show-stealing performance of the night. Two guys that have legendary careers already under their pocket, which I wish this would be the main event, but it's clearly not going to be. But this would be a proper main event in any place in the world. The Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, arguably the best performer in New Japan Pro Wrestling history, versus Bryan Danielson, formerly known as Daniel Bryan, one of the all-around best performers in the history of pro wrestling. If I watch any match, I'm probably watching this one from bell to bell. I know Bryan Danielson's supposed to be addressing Okada tonight on Dynamite. Who knows what he's going to say? It doesn't matter. This is something Bryan Danielson wanted that he couldn't get when and that's why he left WWE, and now he gets his dream. I'm very excited for this. Fretz, how excited for you? Are you as excited about this match as I am?
I think so. This is going to be the match of the night.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're probably going to go like 30, 40 minutes and have welts all over each other. Dominion was in the beginning of June, so I don't know what they're...
Oh, so Dominion already occurred.
Yeah, I know there's like a summer event in there, but I think it's the G1 Climax. So that's going to be...
It is the G1.
That's taking part... Eddie Kingston's in it, so that's...
Yeah, the G1 has been announced. Mr. YLP did a whole breakdown of it on his previous episode.
Right. And I think it's hard to pick a winner in this, but I do kind of want to say Okada. Because I think we could see this feud continue on to whatever the next bunch of events that we're going to see. Like on the main card of Climax.
Yeah, who knows? Will Tarashak, Okada or Bryan Danielson?
Dude. Okada. Yeah, no doubt in my mind. I can't tell you a match Bryan Danielson has won, so
True.
Okada it is.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Okada live. The hype is real for Okada. I just hate his finisher as being a fucking clothesline, but that's just me. Otherwise,
JBL made it work.
Yeah, but JBL did a running. He didn't like grab you. JBL was running off of the ropes and clocking the crap out of you. Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah. I mean, but listen, Will and I have seen the Rainmaker live. He is everything that everybody says he is. He's a fantastic performer. He's very clean. Very clean in the ring. He's freaking awesome. Someone who should be in the States, but obviously, why would you when you're pretty much a god already in New Japan and everything like that. But we have to get to you, Kayfabe. Okada or Bryan Danielson? Who wins this?
Okada, no question. It's gonna fucking slap though. Like, this will be the meat slapping majesty of the show.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
If you didn't play the sound already, you should.
Oh no, we
Oh,
will.
where I got
We
it here.
will.
Hang on.
Where is it?
It was meat slapping majesty.
I mean, they were booming Rey Mysterio. Who boos Rey Mysterio?
Yes, and the fourth match on this card, the fourth official match, because like I said, they haven't announced anything else. There are no women's titles on the line at all. There was a big rumor about we would get Hayter versus Mercedes Moné. That has yet to come to fruition. There's no CM Punk versus Kenta, because Kenta doesn't want to fight CM Punk. I understand. There's a couple of other matches that are rumored that aren't happening just yet. Minoru Suzuki might be around. Who knows what's going to happen with that? But the last official match that we know, the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship, is on the line as Kenny Omega defends his title against the aerial assassin Will Ospreay. This might be the only title change on the card, because I'm going to go with Will Ospreay getting this title off of Kenny. Will Tereshak, do you think Will Ospreay takes it?
Which title is it?
The IWGP US Heavyweight title. So New Japan's
Yeah,
US
I think
title.
Ospreay. Yeah, you need a shock. Like, you need a surprise. You can't be too predictable. I think this would be a nice shock for a title change.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, sure. I'll go with Will Ospreay too. I agree.
Yeah. Mr. Fretz, what do you got?
Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay wins it in London.
Oh, so you think this is a two-parter?
3 actually, because they had their match at Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh yes.
They have the rubber match here, and then
the payoff
Ospreay
match.
can win in front of his fellow countrymen. Kenny wasn't at Dynamite in Toronto last time, so this would be nice for him to get his win up here.
Good call. Good call. Kayfabe.
I actually was going to agree and say Kenny's going to win in Canada. Why wouldn't he win in Canada?
Hometown curse.
That's a WB thing.
Still good booking from time to time.
I don't know. Tony Khan loves putting, like, I don't know. Every time I go to AEW, I love going because it's just like an NYWC reunion every time.
That is very true. So that's the only card. That's the only matches we have in this card. What are other matches that we think are going to happen?
Dude, don't put me on a spot. I don't know Japanese wrestlers.
CM Punk
Eddie
against his own
Kingston.
ego.
Is
Eddie
Takeshita on the
Kingston
card?
and the Elite.
No.
Eddie Kingston and the Elite versus Takeshita and the Blackpool Combat Club.
Oh,
It
that's
could-
cool.
Yeah, it could happen. I'm surprised we're not. I mean, New Japan has really heavily started to invest in women's, and we know you had Mercedes Moné, who was the former IWGP US champion. Kairi Sane, or just Kairi, is also with New Japan as in their women's division as well. Bunch of people from Stardom, which New Japan is
Yeah, I thought we
affiliated
were
with.
Sasha and Britt Baker. What happened to that?
Mercedes Moné is injured too. She broke her ankle.
That's why. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And that's why Willow Nightingale has the title right now.
That's a damn.
Okay.
So Nightingale beat Kyrie. So we could get something to do with we can get that rematch.
Okay, so
Well,
that's
that's
why
true.
Mercedes, so she's injured. Okay. Because there was a big expectation that this might be the event that she shows up back on American soil or North American soil.
I think
just
she'll
show-
show, but not wrestle.
Just for the appearance?
Put her in the crowd. Do an NXT crowd thing.
Do an NXT crowd? No.
No. I don't think she'll do an NXT crowd thing. I think she'll come out.
Lights go out and then you hear the theme, that kind of thing.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Wrestling has more than one. Oh, wait.
No.
Comes Brandy.
Here comes Brandy.
Oh, God. Here comes Brandy in an AEW Heels t-shirt.
Stop.
Say he's gonna plug heels with Blue Pants, but Blue Pants just left the promotion.
Da, 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 da.
I forgot Blue Pants was in the promotion to begin with, by the way. Remember she was like a big signee initially, and then they did nothing with her, and she was just a librarian and telling people to stop speaking.
I thought that was Rusev. Oh, wait, no, I thought that was Aleister Black.
Oh,
I
wait.
thought that was Andrade. I thought that was Matt Hardy. I thought that was Jeff Hardy.
You tell people to
I
shoot.
thought that was Adam Cole. I thought that was Kyle O'Reilly. I thought that was Bobby Fish.
Oh, that's right, Kyle O'Reilly was a thing. I forgot about
Hey, man, let's say sign back.
That guy's from through the ringer.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. But yes, Forbidden Door is happening this weekend. Hopefully you guys will tune in. Hopefully they...
Remember Kevin Owens is going to go to AEW, then he made him at WrestleMania twice in a row.
And he made the right decision. And now he has anger issues or anxiety issues, which is freaking
The anger
great.
was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Both Dr. Shelby. We need Dr. Shelby.
Oh, no, we don't. No, Kevin can do this on his own. But be it as it may, folks, based on the 4 matches we know of for Forbidden Door, Fretz, we're going to leave you out of this because you're going to be at the show. How many crowns do you think this is going to be, Will Tarashuk?
8. 2 for each match.
Nice. Good call. Good math.
Why not?
I'm giving it an 8, but I'm open to changing my score depending on the rest of the card.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
It's like a soft 8.
Yeah. I'm going to go with a soft 8 as well. Yeah, it's going to be, I'm going to go with soft 8. Depends on how the rest of this card pans out. You've only got like 4 days to figure this out, but it depends on how this card is going to pan out. But I think it's going to be good. There's a lot of intriguing matches on this card, specifically Okada and Bryan Danielson is probably the one match that I will definitely tune in for. That is probably the most unpredictable of all the matches that have been announced thus far. So it's going to be interesting. Fretz, we hope you have a great fucking time. Like
I am.
Yeah.
Like last year was my first TV taping. Because all I've been to before was house shows. This is the first premium live event, pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
Enjoy every minute of it. You're gonna have the best time.
Yeah, seriously. Go bananas. It. Yeah. Go bananas. You're just gonna enjoy it. And if you can, start saving up for Philly. You can make the trip.
Yeah.
You can make the trip.
Yeah, Fretz, you can stay in our Airbnb.
Yeah, which might be getting packed because I do have I do know a Delight might be making their way to Philly this year.
Hell yeah, I'm going to try and convince my friend
yeah.
Curtis to come down. So.
Pretty sure. I think I have Just Live on board. I told her she's going.
Nice. Nice.
She lived in Philly for like 10 years.
Sweet seats or floor seats or ringside seats. Ricky, we're going balls to the wall, bro.
Cheesesteak diet the entire time.
Yeah, dude. I don't care how much the price is. I'll pay it.
Well, if you want, I'm actually thinking about just traveling down for like the ticket on sale party if they have it, because that's going to be in like August, I think.
I'll
What
write
do you
you a
mean
check.
the ticket on sale party?
Yeah, because I would have went to the one in New York, but we had a giant snowstorm that day, so they're like, we can't do it. Because they give away matches, you get to go on the field. Like, I just want to just sneak onto an NFL field for shits and giggles. Get a bunch of, like, free merchandise and a couple of free meet and greets, and then, buy my freaking ticket.
I love that.
It's really all it's there. It's an excuse to get off of work. So that's on there. But ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our show. Mr. Fretz, again, thank you for joining us. Is there anything that you want to plug before you are out of here and on your way to a Forbidden Door this weekend? The floor is yours.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at FretzleMania. That's FRETZLE Mania. My podcast. Yeah, the proper pronunciation, by the way. You're welcome.
Whatever.
Yeah,
we don't associate with those people overseas.
USA.
Yes, my podcast is mostly retro-based. Right now, I'm focused in the Ruthless Aggression era. I might switch it up sometime next year, but we'll have to see what time comes. But this is going to be pretty much a in the car on the way home Forbidden Door podcast next week. So that'll be something to look forward to.
Oh, that'd be interesting. A little bit of a live recap. That's awesome. So thank you, Fretz. Fretz, I know you're sticking with us for the post show. Kayfabe, I know you are getting out of here for the post shows. There's going to be an all-man show on the post show. We're going to play Am I the Asshole? Very, very nice.
It's a man show.
Ziggy zaggy, oi, oi, oi. Anywho. If anybody knows that reference, that means you're just really old. Will Tarashuk, send us out of here, please. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to episode number 344, Canadian Collision, here on Kings of the Rings podcast. We had one of our favorite Canadians, Mr. Fretz, a North American treasure, join us to talk about AEW Forbidden Door this weekend, as well as AEW Collision and everything in between. I've been your host, King Ricky Rose. You can formally find me at Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets, but more importantly, find Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR_podcast across all of our social media. Like, share, subscribe, subscribe, leave us 5-star reviews if you're listening to us. Make sure you're listening to us on Wrestle Addict Radio, the cure for the con wrestling podcast, which also features the FretzleMania Podcast. Follow Wrestle Addict Radio socials at addict_wrestle on Twitter and Wrestle Addict Radio everywhere else. Will Tarashuk.
Not much for me going on. I got a podcast talking with Tarashuk. You might have heard of it. T as in Thomas, ARASHUK. Next week I didn't release one today because shit's been real. But next week I got one releasing with a man named Ryan Sullivan, the founder of Podcast Principles, who is a podcast coach and producer, rapper, Jersey boy. He's like what I want to be, but he's 4 years younger than me. So I don't know how that works out. But man's super successful in podcasting. And I'm chopping at the bit. So he gives me a lot of advice how to have a LinkedIn strategy, making content for YouTube as opposed to on YouTube. So a lot of insightful shit there. If you want podcasting help or want to learn how to do a podcast, reach out to me. Will Tarashuk, anywhere podcasts can be found.
Yeah. Kayfabe.
I got nothing going on. So you can find me not across all social media platforms because I deleted my Twitter. Because while Twitter brought me my start, I'm fucking over it. So you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Kayfabe, KAE_Fabe. And I'll see y'all next week. Happy Pride. I will be at New York Pride on Sunday. If y'all want to come say hello.
Can't wait to hear your report from Pride. So,
God.
when we come back
I'm
next
nervous.
week, Kayfabe is going to give us a report on Pride. It is going to be one of our biggest episodes of our calendar year. It is Money for the Mark, like 7th annual Money for the Mark, with our special guest Alexis from Down for the Count podcast is going to be joining us. So make sure you tune in next week for Money for the Mark. It's like the 7th one or something like that. One of our biggest shows of the year. We talk about Money in the Bank and why Logan Paul is going to break everybody's heart. So until then, folks, goodbye. Good night. We'll see you soon. And oh yeah, fuck you, Slack. I hope you get RKO'd by Fretz over the weekend. Later, guys.
Watch out, Slack. News, guys. We got another match announced for Forbidden Door.
Oh, what is that?
What is it?
For the All Atlantic, whatever that title is called now, championship.
Oh, yeah. That Orange Cassidy
Orange
one.
Cassidy versus Shibata versus Danny Garcia versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Ooh.
Wild.
Ooh.
Yo, what did I call that title, Ricky? It was the Inter.
I don't remember what we called it.
It wasn't the Inter, because the Intercontinental was one of them. It was, I forget what I called it.
The Inter-European?
No, but it was really funny. I forget what it was, but it was really funny.
Yeah, no, that is pretty wild. But that's a good match. There you go, good one. But Kay, I know you have to leave. You're not even on video right now. They can just hear you. But thanks for joining us, Kay. Get some sleep.
Okay.
Love
you,
y'all.
love you, Kay. We'll talk to you later.
Love you.
Have a fun post show. Bye.
We shall.
Bye.
Bye.
I think we are going to get something with Eddie Kingston because he confronted the Elite backstage. So it's going to be like they had a talk. So it's going to be like the Blackpool Combat Club versus Eddie Kingston and friends.
Yay. Yay. I mean, I'm happy whenever Eddie does anything, to be honest. I'm a huge Eddie Kingston fan.
Oh,
okay.
same.
Wait, Fretz, what's that belt actually called now? It's not the All Atlantic. What do they actually call it?
I thought it was the All Atlantic.
No, they
it's the
renamed
international
it.
title. It's the international title.
Yeah, they renamed it like
Was it the it might have been the Intercontinental title.
International.
The Intercontinental.
That might have been
That's
it.
phenomenal.
That might have
That's
been
good.
The Intercontinental.
That's
That was
the-
definitely it.
Yeah.
I love that all of these things are literally everything I send.
Oh, well, yeah. No, I got the one that said with the kid from the live event who had the sign that said Diarrhea Ripley. Again, awesome.
That was really funny, dude. I laughed at that a lot.
At least it wasn't that thing. Did you see this picture making the rounds? It was a screenshot of Rhea. It looked like someone wiped their ass on it, but it was like someone spooged on it.
No.
I don't know. It's called a contribute.
Oh, yes. Yes. That is, for all the adults in the room, it is, because I'm a baron of useless knowledge, that's when someone pretty much climaxes on a photo of somebody.
And Rhea Ripley unknowingly put that in her stories.
That's freaking great.
Someone tagged her, and it's like, it looked like someone wiped their ass on a picture of it. It doesn't look
doesn't look pure.
No, it looks like that guy has to go to the doctor. Looks like he has a urinary tract.
Oh, that's not good.
Maybe he hasn't spanked it in a few weeks.
Even then, it wouldn't be a weird color like that.
It wouldn't be brown.
No. I don't know, Ricky. Have you gone that long?
No, that just means they're dehydrated. If it's like drink fluids in between, goodness gracious.
I've went a long time without, and
well, you're a man of the Lord, Fretz. I understand.
I mean, it's not a sin, so.
Back in your pastor days.
Yeah, you would have made a.
Oh, I remember the youth pastor days talking about every man's battle in purity. Yeah.
It's
sorry.
Fine.
No. I've led those Bible studies. They're weird.
I bet they are. All right, so I have a good Am I the Asshole for us goth here. So.
I like that Scott Rand thing that went on there. Sorry.
It was just topical. It was really good. Shout out to Scott Rand. He's a cool guy. All right, this first one. Am I the asshole for telling my brother that he is undateable?
He's undateable?
Harsh.
Well, depends. Is he dateable or not?
Talking about me here,
you're
or
not
what?
named Bill. It says, my brother Bill, who's 30, has been trying online dating for 3 years, but with no success. We live in a more rural area, so there weren't many single women around his age to begin with. The ones who are available, well, Bill didn't think they were good enough. He asked me to edit his Hinge profile so he can attract the mates. I looked it over, and damn. His profile has paragraphs of what he's looking for in a woman. Skinny, cute, under 30, average to high income, and lives locally. She must be into anime and gaming. The only pictures she's got are grainy selfies or pictures with one or both parents, mostly our mom. Bill lives with our parents and has been working as a door greeter at Walmart since he was 18.
Wow.
I told Bill.
No shame in that. Hey, retail.
No. There's retail and there's greeting people at the fucking door. Okay, there is a line.
It's also doing it for 12 years without being promoted.
I told Bill that he doesn't need to overhaul his page. He needs to overhaul his life. No woman meeting his wants would want to date an obese 30-year-old living off of his parents and working a job at Walmart normally given to old people to stay busy. Bill freaked out on me and told our mom. She's upset because I tried to tear him down when he needed my help. She wants me to apologize, but what's there to apologize? I told Bill what was wrong and that he should consider changing his life if he really wants what he wants. Am I the asshole?
No, it's, like I said, he's undateable. Like you're just.
I think he's just the brother.
You need. That's not an asshole thing. That's a wake up call. That's just the truth. It's a truth hurts moment.
Yeah,
it's a truth bomb, and sometimes the truth hurts, and maybe that is the kick in the pants that the guy needs. It's asshole. It sounds asshole-ish, but
if I had a brother, I would expect my brother to tell me like it is like that too.
I get shaming doesn't usually work, but sometimes it's necessary.
I don't know if it's like it's if it was like a random person who's like yo, you need to, I'd be like, yo, fuck you, you're an asshole. But like, it does kind of sting when it comes from somebody who's related to you.
Shaming needs to come from someone who's legitimately who wants your best interest and legitimately loves you.
It means more coming from that angle. If it comes from even if it comes from a friend, it's well-meaning, but I think it's got to come from a family member even.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I did fat shame someone a little bit who was very, very close to me. Not to the point I was bonking him over the head with it, but every time I saw him, I'd make comments on it, But then he lost a shit ton of weight. He looks phenomenal now. He lost a shit ton of weight by smoking weed and walking on the neighborhood for hours.
Listen, walking is really all you need sometimes, to be honest with you.
I know, and every time I see him now, I tell him how fucking amazing he looks.
Yeah.
He does. He looks incredible. So I'm not saying he lost the weight because I called him fat a few times. He wanted to do it better himself, but sometimes you gotta shame someone a little bit. to make sure they kind of get the
Yeah,
message.
it's crazy. I can't imagine. Like, I can imagine being a door greeter at 18. You have no experience. You work your way up. Like, I mean, look at Balor.
Yeah, if you're 18,
Look at
nothing
Balor
wrong-
Club
yeah.
guy. He pretty much like runs a Walmart or something. Like at this point. Remember when we had Balor Club guy and we asked him, "What do you do for them?" He's like, "Yeah, I work at Walmart." I was like, "Really?"
Well, how do you have that much money, bro? What do you mean? What do you actually do? Oh, you sell drugs.
Listen,
Like
man.
I'm a cashier for the most part at my job now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and I've done the retail. I worked at Walmart for a while.
I worked at Lowe's, dude. 3 summers.
Yeah, retail's a rough. Everybody should work retail once in their life and realize how.
Lowe's wasn't that bad. If I'm being
Well, yeah, I mean, people usually go to like Lowe's or Home Depot, have a mission involved.
Sometimes they'd ask me, "Hey man, you know what the screw does?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm a journalism student on a summer job. Get the fuck out of my face."
Ask me what aisle something's in, and I'll tell you how something works. Nah.
Yeah, but everybody should work retail at least once in their life so they understand how insignificant
shitty
some
people are.
Yeah,
how shitty
And
people
how
are.
people can be, and how people function, and how
insignificant your needs
prices-
really
and
are
how
sometimes.
prices- and how prices aren't our fault. Like
Yeah, and how to read a
groceries are-
freaking label.
Dude, and how awful it is
To
to
be fair-
stand all day.
Yeah, that shit's rough.
Our labels at my job now are all digital, and the only way we find out that they don't work is if the sale price doesn't switch over because the battery dies in it.
Wow.
So I used to do like all the paper ones, so I'd be sitting up at a massive desk in an office just sorting out certain kinds of this is sale, this is off sale, this is this type of sale, this is that type of sale. And it was like 13, 14-hour days. And that's how I would get caught up on my podcasts.
I don't blame you.
Like, I am so far in our backlog, it's not even funny.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you for that at all. But yeah, no, everybody should work retail at least once, or at least for like a good 6 months in retail.
Yeah, retail or waiting tables, one or the other.
Yeah, just learn. Yeah,
I did both.
Oof.
Oh, yeah.
Oof, waiting.
No, but
tables.
I didn't wait tables like a Chili's or like a regular restaurant. I did it at an assisted living facility. It's a bunch of old people. It was fucking awesome, dude. I loved it.
Yeah.
Couldn't take tips though.
Well, yeah. Yeah, but still, at least you got that
People
experience.
trying to reach across the counter and give me tips on cash. I'm like, no, I can't do that. But if I help an old lady out to their car for groceries, she'll like force it on me.
Yeah, dude, take it.
Yeah, might as
Yeah,
well.
we do that then. But if it's like if someone hands me money from across the thing, I'm like, no. I just put it aside and just tell the main cashier or Sherry, who was just on here, just tell her not to count that.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of which, all right. Here's another Anadi asshole. This one got a lot of responses. Title of this one goes, "Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend her home decor is the reason I won't host a work gathering at her place?"
Oh,
I wonder how this one went. I'm sure she took it great. 'Cause women take these things very rationally.
Yeah. He goes, I'm a 32-year-old male. I've been with my girlfriend, who's 29 years old and female, for over a year now. She's smart, funny, a bit quirky, and has a serious job with a good salary. What's the issue, dude? We have a great time together and generally get along very well. The only thing is her choice in home decor is bizarre, to put it frankly, and not something you think a normal grown adult would be into. Here we go. Her apartment is definitely a reflection of herself and her interests. That's what your apartment should be. Not in the best way, though. My girlfriend has a wall dedicated to animation in one room of her apartment, like Futurama pieces and etchings of some weird triangle guy. Then there's a wall of framed, preserved insects in another room, but not insects like butterflies or moths. Instead, she displays tarantulas, beetles, and large stick insects. Her bathroom has a subtle theme of the ocean, pretty common, but instead of starfish or shells, she has a little anglerfish nightlight, a small vampiric squid painting, and then a framed diagram of what apparently is a goblin shark right by the toilet. That's great. I would say a majority of her home decor and furnishings are okay. The apartment itself is very modern and sleek. It's just the random decor and juvenile-ish themes like cartoons, insects, and bizarre ocean creatures is off-putting. This is where I might be the asshole. I avoid bringing people over to her place, especially people from my job, because of how juvenile it looks. Everyone's impressed when they see the high-rise, but that quickly fades once you enter. The one time I brought a work colleague over, they ended up telling me after that they found her insect wall terrifying. I work in finance. There's your problem. I work in finance, and appearances and first impressions are important. My office will hold casual gatherings where we get together for a few drinks, good food, and we rotate hosts. And this time it's my turn. The problem is my place is under some construction and not an ideal place to be right now, so I've been staying with my girlfriend. My girlfriend suggests that we host my colleagues here since she has the space and she thinks it'll be fun. I told her I planned on skipping my rotation and seeing if the next person would be okay with hosting early. She kept pressing on why I didn't want them over here, so I finally said it's because her home decor is strange and not something a grown woman would have, and also that her insect wall horrified the one colleague that did come over. My girlfriend got mad and said at the end of the day, it's not my space and these things bring her joy. She's also said that she is indeed an adult woman, which is exactly why her apartment is decorated in such a manner. I love my girlfriend, I do, and it's okay to have different interests, but does an adult really need to decorate with them besides a few things here and there? I mean, my own mother asked if my girlfriend was autistic after she saw the entire apartment for the first time. So Reddit, am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend her home decor is the reason I won't host a work gathering at her place? Yeah. You're just an asshole in general.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I want to say no, because I think he has a lot of valid points, but he went about that conversation entirely wrong. like
behind me.
There is, obviously, lady, you can decorate your apartment however you want, and don't let nobody tell you to do it any differently.
Yeah.
But he's gotten multiple things of feedback from multiple people,
he got feedback from his mom and one person from his job.
With. So like from his perspective, I understand why he's want to host people there. So I don't think he's an asshole for not wanting to. I don't think he's an asshole for not wanting to host people there. But how he went about having that conversation was just all wrong. all of it. Like everything about what he said to her was wrong. Like, dude, you had a valid point, you had some valid concerns, and you just fumbled at the finish. You just fumbled at the 1 yard line, dude. You fucked it up. So yeah, dude, you're kind of a piece of shit for doing that.
And juvenile, above this laptop is
he would hate my apartment.
all the figures. Okay, here, guys, make this make sense. AEW, look who it is.
Is that Owen Hart? God damn it.
That's Owen Hart.
God damn it, Martha.
Oh, Martha.
He didn't even wrestle for a company.
I wish she fell off the Raptors instead.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like, but Shiki Baby over here is my prized possession. God rest his soul. Of
course.
God bless you, Fretz.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that.
If I was this woman, I wouldn't change shit in my apartment. I'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm not changing anything. I'm going to make it worse just to spite you.
Oh, that's what
yeah.
And once I heard Futurama, I'm just like, I'll propose right now. Like, here
What's
you
the
go.
big deal? Futurama? The insect wall is kind of freaky, but I feel like get used to it after. Like, I don't like spiders, so like a dead tarantula just on the wall, kind of fucking freaky.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's
definitely weird, but I don't think it makes her not an adult.
Yeah, it's not a deal breaker.
You said this isn't something an adult woman would have. It's like, well, she's an adult and she has it, so fuck you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah, I granted the insect wall is weird. And it's not like it's a shared space. Like, if it was their apartment, change it up for the day and then change it back, even.
Yeah, if he would have been like...
there.
If he would have been like the most egregious of all the things, like the ocean theme stuff in the bathroom with the shark and stuff, sounds actually kind of interesting. I kind of want to see it myself.
It sounds normal, dude.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound weird at all to me.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you have a decorated bathroom. Mine's just a fucking bathroom.
Yeah, no, I think like if he would have made the concession, be like, hey, look, I'm having people over. I think they might be scared by all the insects. Can we just move them for the time being and then we'll put them back later?
And not only that, like, this is something that could be big for my career. It's finance. They're assholes. Like,
yeah. Like, go about it that way.
There's a way to have that conversation the right way.
Yeah.
Like, if it's just his friends or his mom, who gives a shit, right?
Yeah, suck it up and deal with it.
But this, like, I get it. This is your career. You want to make a good impression, especially in finance. Yeah, first impression is fucking everything. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
But you just approach that completely wrong. Like, dude, you're supposed to be an adult here. What are you doing?
Oh, Collision, we got Swerve versus Tanahashi.
On Collision. Interesting.
And then at Forbidden Door, we got the Blackpool Combat Club, along with Takeshita and Shota Umuno versus the Elite and Eddie Kingston.
You were close, Fretz.
Yeah, you were pretty close.
I knew it. Oh, we got an Owen Hart tournament match.
Oh, so I love these Scott Rand beams. They're fucking amazing.
He makes them himself. Here's they're running down the card for Forbidden Door here, so we're probably going to see matches that
haven't been announced.
Yeah, CMFTR and Ricky Starks against Bullet Club at Collision.
Okay, that's Collision.
Because I guess BM Punk can't be in the same room as the Elite anymore.
Dude, did you? Sorry to cut you off, but did you hear that CM Punk like reached out to Kenny and the Bucks, and his lawyer sent back like, "Don't talk to us."
Did he really?
Tony Storm.
I don't know if that's storyline. If it's true, that's pretty fucked up.
Oh, we're marking out here.
Punk versus Satoshi Kojima. Punk versus Kojima, Forbidden Door. Holy shit.
Okay.
And then, we'll hear from Eddie Kingston up next. So I guess he's going to join his friends there. And Danielson calls out a cut. Okay, fucking let's go. Why would this break during the show?
So, Ricky, I got an Am I the Asshole for you.
That saves me.
So I was in a media, like there was this guy in a media scrum. He buried his bosses, buried his coworkers, buried the company he works for. Afterwards, got in a fist fight. Someone might have punched a dog. Was like pretty much fired for 6 months, and was never heard from again. And when he decided to come back, he like wanted to reach out to the people he had a fight with and buried, and he got a cease and desist from their lawyers saying, "Don't contact us again." Am I the asshole for going on TV and burying them again?
Maybe. he definitely teetered around. He definitely teetered on the lines of defamation. He definitely teetered that line. He didn't do it.
He's like, "I'm sorry your heroes are weak." It's just like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, here we go.
But dude, like, for real though, like, if he reached out to Kenny and the Bucks and they sent his lawyers like a letter, drafted lawyer, like, you're pussy. You're just
but
a fucking
here's my
pussy.
thing.
That's pretty cowardly right there. Like, just for lack of a better term, like, I know some people don't like this term anymore. Man up.
Yeah.
Sit down, I think Punk allegedly tried to make amends, but
Did he?
The Elite.
I mean, really?
But he apologized to Tony Khan. But I'm just going by what I read. I won't. But
they could be storyline too. But let's assume it's real for the sake of argument. Yeah. If you're Kenny and the Bucks, you're a fucking beta male. Like, bury the hatchet and do business.
Not even alpha, beta, or whatever that stupid jargon is. But like, you're also like, if you're Kenny, you're an executive for the company. That's my thing. Like, you're an executive for a company. And I believe so are the Bucks as well. Like,
lead by example.
How do you get away with not talking to technically one of your employees?
Isn't one of you like president of talent?
Yeah, like, how do you get away with that? You know, like, that's just bad business.
Yes.
You know, I can understand in a personal manner where, like, hey, listen, I don't want to affiliate with you, but while we're working in the same company, like, we will talk business together and make business work. Like, there have been people who have hated each other. Bret Hart and Shawn hated the shit out of each other for years, but when it got to business in the ring, they made it work. Except for that one time in Montreal. But besides that,
or that one time backstage when Bret took a clump out of Shawn's hair.
Listen, and like I said, when it got to business in the ring, they were fine.
Yeah, and you have to. Like, listen, you gotta deal with coworkers you don't like or you don't get along with, but you gotta work together. That's literally just 101 workplace etiquette.
Yeah. So that's my gripe with it all. I'm like, you guys are executives. Like, you can't be like, don't talk to me. And listen.
Talk to my lawyer.
Listen, remember the Broken Skull session with Cody? And Cody was like, I had still more wrestling in me, and I didn't feel like I'd be a good executive. Cody was right. Like,
he was right. Yeah. He was 1,000% right.
Eddie Kingston's about to pick who the fifth man's going to be in their elite
Mercedes
match
Please,
against
Mercedes-
please be Hogan. Please be Hogan. Please be Hogan. Please be Hogan. You know what? Fuck it. Ahmed Johnson.
Yeah, Ahmed is. Oh, I bet it's going to be like what's his face from the LAX
Bunch of
Santana.
psychosis. Something random like that.
All right, Ricky, show's uploaded. I'm gonna hop.
I'm gonna stay on with you, Fretz, to see what the end of this is.
All right, later, Fretz. Love you, buddy. Talk to you soon.
Love you, buddy. Take care. Yeah, we're
gonna do a live reaction. So I'm very excited for this. See who the announcement is for Mr. Kingston. Ooh, who texted me? Ow. The Mets lost. Nice. Da-da-da-da. Oh, well, that's real heat. I told you about that, right? Yeah, that is. Of course he is. Oh, Volpe home run. Yeah, no, I saw. You might be able. Are you in like the middle of the row? You're in the corner of the row, or what? Where are you? Okay. Mm-hmm. Understandable. Listen, dude, I understand. You got to be safe. I totally understand. No one's gonna blame you for that. Yeah, no, dude, I totally get it. Who do we got, Fretz? God, oh, they are really gonna try to end it on this cliffhanger of his announcement. Oh, so they're running late tonight then. They're doing an overrun. I'm assuming they probably got allowed to do a 15-minute overrun. That's what I'm assuming. I mean, NXT did an overrun last night. Whoa, what do we got? Wait, what? Wait, ECE, why is this not ringing a bell to me? No, I know I'm not. I know Mr. Wildpe's probably losing his shit right now. Because I haven't watched New Japan in a long time, so. Ah, okay. Kind of like a Rusev Minoru Suzuki style person. Rusev and Minoru? Ooh. I will say this. I do love Okada's little coin flip. It's such a very, very good, like, iconic entrance sound clip. Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, that sounds about right. They got 2 minutes left. Yeah, they're probably going to fade soon. Wheeler Yuta. Oh. Interesting. Rainmaker. Oh, Kevin Kelly does a great Rainmaker call. I know what you're talking about, but I forgot. Mm-hmm. I forgot who you're talking about, but I totally get it. Not Andrade. I forgot who he was. Naito, yes, Naito, yes. Yeah, no, it is very, very good to have. But anyway, friends, I think it's time for us to go. I'm just gonna like end the stream, and whatnot. So we will see you later, guys. Toodles. Are you really?